Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the B3 Gaming Cast. This is your host, as almost always, Janzer, and you can find me on YouTube at Janzer247. Right now, we're streaming from the new Twitch channel, the B3 Gaming Cast, twitch.tv.b3 Gaming Cast. And of course, you can also find us on Twitter under B3 Gaming Cast. And we do have a YouTube channel set up to export all our Twitch shenanigans that right now we're doing the live podcast, but we might do some community gaming type stuff, from here. I think that might be fun in the future. We'll see. They try to rope us into Marvel Heroes or something.
Oh, I would never do that against your will.
But if you really want to, yeah. And
if you really want to.
Speaking of Count, of course.
Hey, this is Count Chocula. You can find me on YouTube. The best way to see when I upload videos is follow me on Twitter at followthecount, and it will give an indication of when I do very rarely upload videos. So, Gamertron.
Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron Show. Also here on the Be Free Gaming Cast. If you want to find me, follow my content, then it's always on my YouTube channel, the Gamertron Show at YouTube. Pretty easy to find. If you want to hang out, message me, support each other. I'm also on Steam on the Gamertron Show, so send me a friend request on Steam, the Gamertron Show. I'm pretty easy to find, the Gamertron Show. There you go.
So for episode 10, we're going to start off a little bit different. This is your host, Janzer, and we'd like to introduce you to the podcast today. We have Mr. Count Chocula.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
And Gamertron.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I know I am.
I can't do this.
Fuck that.
I can't do it. I can't. Not even for a joke. I can't hold like a 5-second joke. And that's why I would never be like entertainment anywhere.
The smooth stylings of Janzer.
Oh, jeez. Of the B3 Gaming Cast in general.
If you want, I can uphold it. Like, hey guys, I'm ready to start this podcast.
Sure, you do that the entire time.
Lot of stuff.
Damn, Gamertron. Awesome. I like the new chilled Gamertron. I don't know.
Me too. Yeah.
Kind of cool,
Wait,
man.
What do you mean the new chilled? What am I not
See,
chilled?
look at right now.
What do you mean when you're not chilled? You mean when your voice goes up 5 octaves? Anyway.
Let's see. I'm checking the other channel right now for anybody listening, just to see. We moved from one Twitch channel to the other. All of our iTunes listeners. By the way, Count, yeah, you were saying that we're doing pretty well with our iTunes. I know we're getting
not too bad.
So that's nice. We like that that's taken off. And it didn't last long at all. But let's go ahead and start getting into our weeks. I know we've been hitting a lot of the news lately, and that kind of tires me out because I've got a lot going on. And I have to repeat, we're not a news outlet. Do not get your news from us. Get your bullshit from us.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're trying to convert me into a news outlet with GTNN.
You're branded as GNN. No, like CNN.
Wait, the Gamertron News Network?
Exactly. Yes, thank you.
That is awesome.
Get on board. That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, I know.
So yes, I'll just be.
There you go.
Sure, it has a nice.
This just in on the GNN News Network.
It's got a good. I got a good tune. You guys got a good tune, a good rhythm. I hear what you're going with, but there's so many other news channels.
You've got a reporter's voice too. You really do. You've got good elocution.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. I'll give you a hug later, Janzer.
Don't start with that.
You're triggering
this
Janzer
year.
again.
This past week, everybody's like, Graham is always like, "I love you." No, stop it! Why are you telling people you love them? It diminishes the value of the word. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like saying sorry for everything. It diminishes that. It makes me think that you're like just using that to like become better at saying it. So then it means really nothing essentially. Basically, I'm a jaded son of a bitch.
Is this a commentary on Canadians? Is this a commentary on Canadians?
No, because
right
I know some salty Canadians. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know some salty Canadians. You're not one of them, which is cool. That's interesting. It's nice to have the dynamic that we have. You know, at episode 10, we're 10 years old. Well, not really, but
Yes.
We're 10.
10 weeks.
10 old. We're 10 weeks
weeks.
old. Yeah. So
We're still teething.
Yeah, we can't even like crawl. Well, maybe. If
Oh
we
my
roll onto
God.
our face, we're gonna
But
suffocate.
we can get in all sorts of trouble, though.
Oh my God.
Damn right. Drink that bleach.
Oh my God. This is the worst description.
This is great.
I've ever-
It's like nice. I like this bullshitting. You know, we've been hitting the news really, really hard. But you know what? We do have some work, and I want to play to Gamertron's love of all things games and news-related games.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about some E3 stuff.
Oh my God. E3 this year.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not as hyped for E3 anymore, and I don't think I ever will be, we got some fantastic
Well, let me
game
see.
announcements.
We had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's back to me starting off. So I will name a few things. My dog's dying over there for pizza. He's like, "Give me pizza."
Give the dog some pizza, man.
He's looking at me with like, "Never, dude. I do not feed my dog human food. He eats."
Oh, you know, that's a good.
only-
that's a good idea.
Well, there's
Yeah.
one thing. I feed him, like, if I make a steak, and I'm not talking about like throwing all kinds of crap on it. I eat steak pretty straight and with maybe some salt, and that's about, pepper or whatever, But if I make a steak, or I make like a pork loin, or if I eat like meat that I haven't like disgustingly seasoned with whatever, he gets some of that. Like chicken, if I boil
I was
chicken,
gonna say,
he gets chicken.
Don't withhold steak from your dog.
Oh hell no, dude! He would kill me. When I used to drink,
Janter's dog matters.
dude. I'll tell you what. He used to drink whiskey back when I used to drink whiskey too. I'm not. I would put like just a tiny bit. I'm talking about like on my finger. Like, what do you think about this? Because I would always see like, hey man, I don't know what he's
licking
thinking.
that shit up, buddy.
Yeah, like beer. He did not care for beer. Like I never forced him anything. He would just. I was like, what do you think about that? I'd put the glass towards him, and he'd be like, ugh. Whiskey? He's like, oh, what you say? And then he'd be like, oh. And I'm like, hey, dude, chill, man. You're gonna be drunk, little alcoholic. No, I knew some people when I was growing up. I knew some people that would get their dogs drunk, and I was like, I don't know what to think about that.
God.
I can hear Sarah McLaughlin's music in the background now. I mean,
Yeah.
God, that commercial makes me feel terrible.
Isn't that the
every time it
worst?
comes on.
I hated it. It's like they're punishing you for being awake late at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it makes you guys feel terrible. Really, I find that the commercials very uplifting. Like, oh, someone's going to take care of that dog.
You haven't seen enough pain in your life. That's all.
I was gonna say.
I haven't seen enough pain.
Give it another 10 years, then you'll be like,
So relatives, family, pets, having my finger lit on fire, that's not enough pain for you?
that's pretty bad. Why did you light your finger on fire?
I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and I was
you
trying to
learned
learn
those
how
lessons.
to use...
Yeah. At least you didn't electrocute yourself. I knew a girl that
least
stuck
you
a
didn't
fork
burn
in
the
the light
house down.
socket.
Oh my
Ooh.
God. No, come
Yeah.
on. No matter what age you are, doing that, like...
Yeah, well, she was like 1 or 2 or something like that,
How'd
But
you
the
get her
fork-
hands on a fork? A metal
Probably
fork
someone
at that
left it on the
age?
ground because they're dumb, Children, they don't know any better, man. Or babies especially. They're not even children yet.
True. And I interrupted you. You were going to say something. Then your dog got drunk and pizza.
No,
Sorry.
he didn't get drunk in pizza. No. He just decided to remind me that he can't reach the pizza. So now he's wandering around looking at me from different like parts of the room here. Like, what about over here? What about now?
We need a dog cam. I mean, I know we don't need a webcam for Janzer. We need a dog cam.
I agree. That's what
And it just like tracks what your dog does the entire show. That would be
getting
awesome.
it to track would be hard, but a lot of
Put a
times
GoPro on him or
he
something.
does
I
just
don't
like, oh yeah, watch what he's watching. I like that. You know where it would be most of the times?
Pizza.
You'd be on his balls. You'd be watching a live stream, and you'd be like, Janzer, what are you doing? No, that's my dog, dude. He's going to town down there. He just.
I was taking a drink when you said that, you bastard.
But
I
it's-
about did a spit take on my BenQ monitor.
I can't
God damn
lie.
it.
I'm sorry.
Can you warn me before you're going to say something that funny?
I should
God
just.
Damn it.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm trying to say something that funny all the time. It just most of them fall flat.
Shit, dude.
All right. So let's
It's going
talk.
to be on his balls.
It's like I'd be banned from Twitch immediately. They'd be like, okay, that's enough of that.
I don't think that violates the policy. Anyway,
Oh, dog balls? That's a
yeah.
good point.
Oh, stop!
That's a good.
I don't
that's a
need
good
to hear
point.
this.
Okay, you're right. You don't need to hear that. But I think that our listeners on iTunes and on B3 GamingCast at Podbean .podbean B3 Game. Oh crap.
Got it.
You can't
B3GamingCast.podbean.com. You can download all our podcasts there. I think that
Yes.
our listeners there, which is doing all right.
And give us a follow. Give us a follow. As
Yeah,
well.
we're definitely doing way better on iTunes, which I really appreciate. It'd be nice to see the Podbean numbers go up, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll keep hammering away at it. Okay,
Give us an
Let's
iTunes
transition
rating.
and plug
5-star if you want to hear more
sings.
about balls. The
Oh.
answer's dog balls. But anyway,
Hopefully not.
I'm done. I'm gonna shut up.
Give
Go,
us a
you guys.
5-star rating if you
Take it
don't
away.
want to hear about. Oh.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Bad.
So, Gamertron, the other day you asked me about how much of the E3 stuff have I been following. I was like, here and there, not much. I did a favor for you this afternoon, and I spent about an hour and a half, and I went through as many trailers as I could, trying to keep a very flat opinion about it, so I didn't just say, fuck this shit, because
Right.
some of the stuff I was like, ugh. But I sat through and I was like, okay, what are the good parts of that? I was talking to Count about it. Like, for example, oh my God, Gears of War. I was looking at that, and that was one of the ones that I'm going to need to put that on the list. Gears of War 4. That's one of the games that I started watching, and they were doing single-player gameplay of it for a portion. And it was nothing they were saying or doing or showing was getting me interested in any way, shape, or form. And I was like, is it what? Because I like the series. I hate the fact that they locked themselves out of so much money because they're locked into Windows 10 and Xbone, and that's it. They screwed themselves. So that series is only promotional for Windows 10 and Xbone. That's what they're doing with it. I don't know if people understand that, but they're using the game to only specifically promote that hardware and that software. It's not even the other way around where, it's like, oh, get the exclusive. No, you have to get that shit. That's what they want to really sell. They really want to sell you the OS.
Yes, an exclusive. Yeah,
right.
like Halo.
Was Gears of War always Microsoft exclusive?
Yes. Ugh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Ugh.
I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it went to PS. Actually, that's a good question. Maybe it did get ported to PS. That's a very good question. If I don't know, Gamertron.
That I
It
don't
didn't.
know.
It didn't. It has.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. First Gears of War was on the Xbox and the PC. No, Xbox 360. I'm sorry. First Gears of War was on
Right.
Xbox 360
You got
and
a
PC.
crappy port to PC, right?
No, it was actually better than the console version, the PC port. But then there was Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, and Gears of War Judgment, all of which were Xbox exclusives. Really weird. It's the kind of same thing they did with Halo. Like, the first and second game came on PC, then sometime down the line they just cut it off and went Xbox exclusive. Which is kind of unfair to the people who were... This is for Gears of War and Halo. It's unfair to the PC players who really invested in the single-player stories when the Microsoft's like, oh, now you have to buy a brand new console if you want to continue the story of Halo or Gears of War. It's just like, if you wanted these games to be exclusive, then you should have made them exclusive from the get-go. Don't have people invest in the series and then be like, oops, now you got to drop hundreds of dollars on a new console. Like, it's like, I get they need exclusives. My problem with Halo and Gears of War is that they were never exclusive to begin with, and then they went exclusive.
Right. God, I swear I don't recall that the game was very good on PC because it was tied in with games for Windows Live. And that's always a difficult thing trying to play with friends. I was telling Count with that. It never worked well. I used to play GTA 4, and we would always have problems. It's just having systems within systems that just don't work well. They just don't. It was just such a pain in the ass. And I wish I was being hyperbolic about this or just exaggerate, but I'm not. It's just, I don't think I'm saying anything people don't know that used that system, So I am kind of curious as to going back and picking it up to play it without games for Windows Live, because I do like the original, But
And the only way to get the original now is to get the remastered version on Windows 10.
right, you can pick up anything on like eBay. You know, I can pick up a kidney probably on eBay. You know, you can get anything on eBay or Amazon. In fact, that's kind of one of those things where you can find old games, you know, on that are being resold for just ridiculous amounts of money.
Except the original Gears of War, the unremastered PC version of Gears of War.
I'm sure somebody's selling it.
Yeah, I can't get it for the best prices I could find were $30 and $40.
Okay, but it's being sold. It is being sold.
It's
just not
being sold.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because it's not on store shelves anywhere and it's not downloadable anywhere.
$40. Oh my god!
I know, right?
There ain't no way.
I shrink back from having to spend $40 on a game now. $40 for me for a video game, pure entertainment, needs to give me, based on my needs in life, like it's purely subjective. There is no objectivity here. It's all about what it means to you. Is that 4 trips to movies? Is that like 4 Starbucks drinks? They're all like $10 now.
I know that from my wife.
Yeah. And 5 of them, and it's like, wait a second, but you drink 5 of those. You even drink 2 a day sometimes, maybe even 3. So that's like $15, $20 that are. Wait, what? And I can't get a video game? I know where you're coming from, Count. Yeah, we got, just real quick, thanks, Graham, for following us on Twitch. Once again, we're on Twitch TV, B3 GamingCast now, and hopefully in the future, we'll set up all the bots and whatnot, and I know people were donating, so we'll set up something for that as well. Or maybe, we might just do a Patreon, because it might be easier that way,
Ooh.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, just to have it up there, because this is kind of a long-running thing. And honestly, Gametron made a comment about, kind of like where we're going and stuff like that, the feel of the podcast. And it made me, it's good. This is why we have 3 people here, because there's never going to be a tie. It's always going to be a 2-to-1 kind of thing, and it should be. It should be. You can't. If you tie up, then what are you going to do? You're at a standstill. No. It needs to be. This is not a democracy. This is take by power.
Bribes. I'll take bribes.
I take bribes.
Tiebreaker.
I take bribes.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Sounds like you buy me some in-game Marvel Hero stuff.
Hey, I'm easily swayed on opinions.
Oh man. Well,
especially shit I don't care about,
Just get Gamertron angry at something, and he'll gift you a game. So you don't even need to be nice.
Hey, speaking of Gamertron, I was a little shocked when Gamertron put out that YouTube video saying that he was kind of not that excited for the E3.
Yeah,
I watched that video. That kind of, I don't know. That video was kind of un-Gamertron like. You know what I mean? Kind of threw me for a loop a little bit.
Well, since we're talking about E3, I get where you're coming from. I can get why that would be a juxtaposition to some people when it comes to with me. The thing is, like, I've watched a lot of E3s. I've been watching E3 since, what was it, 2011 or 2012?
When you
was
were born.
One. Yeah.
We're in 2016, so that makes it 4. I can math.
Is that Common Core math?
Jokes aside, well, I don't know. Let me see how many ducks I can set up here and whatever other weird Common Core things they do.
Well, anyways, I've been watching E3 for a while, and as I've been watching E3, I've been noticing that it just, after all these years, no one's learned anything. No one's learned from the people who make E3, the people who do the conferences, and the people who watch and react to E3. Nothing's changed. Other things have changed. The gaming community has changed. Games media has changed. Games themselves have changed. But E3 has been in this very same state. It has not changed. It has not evolved. It has not learned from past mistakes. I'm just like, all right. I'm still excited. Count, don't misunderstand me. I'm excited for the games. I'm excited for the games that are announced.
I got that point.
I think I got your point of that video. Yeah. It wasn't that you're not excited for E3. I think that a lot of other people were kind of mirroring what you were saying. Like, you guys were on parallel thoughts. I've listened to a lot of podcasts. And I think everybody kind of saw a little bit of that magic kind of not there. A lot of people have stated that too. I don't watch that stuff, so I wouldn't know, Then I'm listening also to people that are going to it, you know, and they're saying the same thing. So that's interesting, you know. Maybe it's because that industry is growing up a bit more, you know. They're becoming a little bit more professional as well. I don't know.
It seems to me like it's more of a chore for them now. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
You know, just a guy made a good point on one of your comments on your video, though, Gamertron. He said that it's never been about the audience. It's always been about like pleasing the stockholders. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
I didn't really think about that.
It's a prediction of what they can expect, and I think the hype is only there to like say, see how excited the you know, the people are that are going to be purchasing this. That means that it's going to equate to money, you know.
Yeah. See what we're doing with your money? Yeah.
We're hiring booth babes, and you know.
Yeah, those are gone.
I know.
Those were nowhere to be found.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, now it's Snoop Dogg getting
Boy,
high,
Snoop Dogg was really ripping up that
games. I'm not even
Battlefield 1
kidding.
gameplay, wasn't he?
I'm not even kidding.
I know you're not kidding. That's why it's funny.
One of the guys from Rooster Teeth, like one of the guys that like started it, I think that he gave, like, they bought that company out from him or something. I'm not sure, but he still works there and stuff. You know, he's like still high up. But he was like kind of in the middle of like Snoop Dogg and like some other dudes that were passing joint around and getting high. Yeah. And so he was like, afterwards, he was like, I was just, you know, like I was like, no, I'm fucking high. You know, just for sitting here with all the smoke around. I'm in the middle of a triangle of smoke, you know?
Yeah, and Snoop Dogg was like just sitting it down in the trench, not doing shit. You know, he was.
But the thing is, you bring him to the. What do you think he's going to do? You know, they should know better. You know, and if that's what they're cool with, then that's okay. So, and then some of the attention was not even on the game anymore; it was on Snoop.
Yeah, it was just like Snoop got more.
Which game was this?
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, Battlefield 1. There you go. Because they had a bunch of like people playing, like a bunch of stars or whatever.
Terry Crews.
Yes, a bunch of YouTubers.
Terry Crews,
they're
that's right.
really, they're getting the big level YouTubers really involved with E3. I noticed, like from like a lot of the big name YouTubers, the ones with hundreds of thousands and millions of subs, they were all invited to play games, which I've got to. A lot of people.
You got to get in there, man.
I hear you. I hear you. A lot of people give EA shit, but I gotta give EA a lot of props this year. They got the people that people like and trust.
Well, they're learning.
To come play their games.
They're learning because if you remember some years back, like even maybe 3 years back, I was listening to podcasts with these people, like the different YouTubers, saying that their follower count, they didn't recognize that as a media thing at all. They're like, oh, no, I've got like 3 million followers on YouTube, or like, you know, subscribers on YouTube. Oh, we don't count that. We don't care. It's
oh,
like,
really?
Are you fucking... Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Now, a few years later, they're legit and they can get in there, no problem. So, yeah, before it used to be like, okay, I suppose let them in, let the kids, you know, play, whatever.
The number 2 search engine in the world.
Exactly. Owned by Google now, because back then it wasn't. Now it is, So, yeah, big time. Exactly. I in my day job, since I work in web, I try to stress that as well. A lot of the companies that I work with, they don't really get that. They don't, you know, they don't really understand what content is, which kills me, because content, as you know, Gamertron, as you know, Count, you know, anybody that consumes or produces content, you know, it's the substance of the content. You know, you might watch one thing that's like a trick video, then you're never probably going to come back unless you like to beat that trick. Unless you like a trick, as in tricked your emotions, tricked what your expectations were. Like you know, just like a prank video, or like a thumbnail has like a butt on it, and you're like, well, I gotta click on it. You know, even College Humor made fun of that. You know, they're like, sometimes you want to clock in at 11 and go home at 4. You know,
they have a new show coming out. College Humor does Bad Internet or something.
They got a lot of little series going on. You know, people. If you read their comments, they're pretty garbage, but honestly, they're doing pretty well. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't keep doing all these different little series. So. You know, that's one.
They
of
have their
things.
certain audience. Yeah.
At least they're not BuzzFeed.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because even that they have a lot of views. I was watching. I used to be subscribed to Phil DeFranco, and I just got tired of the hyperbolic stuff. And you know, he would play off of it too, and I kind of appreciated his message. But then I just got tired of all the heavy clickbait stuff. But it got him where he is. it works, you know? And what he tries to do is wrap some substance inside of all of this, like icing, you know? So he's trying to put a steak inside of it.
Mr.
But,
Philip DeFranco, he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
like his
absolutely.
thumbnails and his titles are absolutely clickbaity. But you know what? So are mine. So are so many other YouTubers.
You got to
because
play the game.
We have to.
You got to play
Yeah.
the game. Like, I try to stay out of it as much. In fact, I don't know if people wouldn't know, but I'm going to say because nobody's watching my shit. But if you look at my videos, what I've started to do lately is I'm not even putting thumbnails anymore on some of these because
You're just putting naked chicks.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
and
putting
then-
anything. It's just like video, like a still shot from the game that YouTube's picking because I'm like, what's it going to change? And it hasn't changed anything. I'm still getting it. I got 40 views on some video that was a 2-minute 40 secs. There you go. See, we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
46 second. Yeah, you were on it, Count. You knew. 46-second thing about like some crap in Warframe that didn't even matter, but because it was about Warframe and the people that follow me like that, they're like, I'm gonna watch it. So, what? I don't know what to explain anymore. You know. It's that whole thing about.
Here's the thing. I am. People keep asking me, can you
75
make a video like
views.
how? Oh,
I really
nice.
For me, yeah, that's ridiculous. And just a few hours ago, yeah.
Not bad.
Here's the thing, though, guys. When it comes to YouTube, I get a lot of people ask me, "Can you make a video like saying how to get started on YouTube, how to get big on YouTube?" And I may make that video, but the thing is, there is no answer. Like, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the algorithms, you can look at other YouTubers, you can look at what they do. In the end, YouTube is a slot machine. It's totally luck-based. You have the algorithms are unfollowable. Like, some people say, "Oh, I've cracked the code. I know what to do." You won't. You don't. There are people that get 1 million subs in one day for doing almost nothing. There are people that work their asses off and make top quality content and get like 1-2 views.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot. There is no definitive way to do YouTube.
Well, I'll say
YouTube
this.
does you.
I'll say this about YouTube now. If you started like when it first came out or a few years back then, you were pretty much guaranteed if you were consistent about your content to get a big channel. It's not like that anymore. Like, if people ask, "Oh, you have any tips?" Yeah, the tip is if you think that you're going to do this as a part-time thing and get big, you're not. Unless you are going to absolutely 100% play to, you know, everything that is currently going on all of the time, but you got to be good with it. You know,
It's about like the odds of getting to the NBA. How many actual high school players actually get to the NBA? One in 25,000 get to the NBA. Maybe even less than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1 in 100,000 get to the NBA.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I feel like we always somehow get around to talking about YouTube, but let's. I know we were talking about E3. Let's get
Well,
back
you brought
to
up E3.
Yeah,
where-
I know. It just seems funny that there's some way we always get around back to like, God damn YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube's a huge thing in gaming. I mean,
it really is, and I think it's being recognized. You know, did you guys go to the live stream and you're on your own channel? Have you gone to your live streaming tab recently?
I have, yes. It's all E3. It's all E3.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Complete
no,
coverage.
like your own. Like if you were going to live stream. Like I thought about live streaming on YouTube last night. I might actually do that.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I've
still
done
can't
it.
because
Yeah,
OBS is still
I did
fucked.
it like 2 weeks ago for like an hour.
I went there last night and it had a survey saying, "Are you happy with this? You know, the gaming thing?" And I was like, "No, supremely no, absolutely not happy with it. It did nothing for me. You know, you wasted your money trying to look like Twitch." But I know they've changed a lot of that gaming platform. I was kind of surprised. Like when I looked at it, I got to go back and look again. But they've added a lot to it, so it's kind of interesting.
I know a couple YouTubers that don't like Twitch, and they go straight to YouTube. Like a guy that's got a chess channel. He's pretty big on chess. He will not. I was talking to him, trying to get him on Twitch, and he goes, "No, he doesn't like Twitch. He just goes straight to YouTube, and plus it cuts out the middleman.
Right.
He's going to export it to YouTube anyway, so."
That's one thing, but the other thing too is if you're monetizing, you actually get views on it versus on Twitch. I can be twirling my thumbs all day long on Twitch and no one gives a shit, which is perfectly fine. But if you're trying to partially do something with it, which I kind of am a little bit, you know, I put a little bit of effort. I think I get exactly what I put in. So I'm not that salty about like, well, my channel's not, you know, where I feel it should be, because I know if I really pushed on it, yes, it would be much bigger. But
Right.
yeah, you're exactly where you should be. I think. All right, well, let's talk some games.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
E3.
yeah,
So
for
we
sure.
talked about Gears of War. Gears of War 4 looks like Gears of War.
Yeah.
I'm honestly pretty meh about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what didn't impress you about the gameplay? Did you watch the gameplay?
I did watch the gameplay. I'm like, oh, well, that's Gears of War. The one thing that did impress me was that they have like more destructible stuff in the environment, but is that in multiplayer? Because in
don't
single
know.
player, we
Yeah.
all know that's
Very
like
scripted.
that's very specific. That's very specific. Like you go into that environment, there's going to be only specific things. It's not like the entire environment is destructible. It's very like specific props
Yeah.
that are built to be destructible.
Yeah, and
like a
it's-
lot of games do that, and I get that, and I'm sure that's perfectly fine. But I don't feel it with Gears of War. I have never played a Gears of War game yet. I'm thinking of getting it on Windows 10 on the Microsoft Store, finally trying out Gears of War. They're not bad games. I'm not saying Gears of War is a bad game, and I'm saying Gears of War 4 is a bad game, but it looks like Gears of War.
Yeah,
It just looks...
You're right, but you know what I noticed with a lot of these games. I'm going to name a few of them: Absolver, Battlefield 1, Days Gone, Death Stranding, Detroit, Becoming Human, Dishonored 2, For Honor, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, Nioh, Quake Champions, Prey, Resident Evil 7, Titanfall 2. Those are all of the ones that got my attention in some way, whether it be small
Yes.
or large, whether it be
Nioh looks cool. I have to admit.
Yeah, I've got some, a
Yeah.
little bit about that. But what I noticed was there's a lot on the experience, the game as an experience, which is the single player type things. You're not just playing the game for the mechanics, you're playing it for the experience. That's kind of like going back to the top of that list, that Absolver one. I'm not really interested in it. And I know you would think that I would be because it's melee based, but I don't like the premise. I don't like the setup. I don't like the combat that I saw. Maybe that would change. But and I'm still here's the good thing is I'm still open to like having it change my mind by seeing some gameplay of it. I absolutely could, but I think all gamers should probably kind of like that's kind of how it should be. It's like but what if it went on sale for like $20? Oh, maybe, maybe now it's got my interest more. Now it's on sale for $5. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be because if it's down to $5, maybe I don't care at all.
Wait, what?
Well, because it's like that whole thing of like Battleborn coming out and then having a heavy discount and then free content. Is like, are they doing that because they're desperate or because I think it was just bad timing on their part. They're trying to.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It was definitely bad timing. We've gone over that.
Yeah, but that's hindsight. And honestly, I think that they were fine. I think they did it fine. I think that just nobody predicted that Overwatch was going to be as big of a hit.
Right.
I thought it was going to be
or
okay.
Doom. Like a lot of people thought Doom would fail, and it blew people
Yeah,
out
but
the
Doom
water
is not
as well.
fighting for the same. Like they are technically in the same realm because they're both games, but they're not the same experience. You're not talking to the same type of gamer. Well, at least my thoughts. It's definitely a more visceral experience with Doom. Whereas Battleborn's, you're kind of sitting out a bit. It's not as gory, that's for damn sure. It's just different. It's a different experience. But Absolver, I couldn't get into it. I watched a lot of gameplay of it, and I was like, I don't really like the art style that much. I don't really hate it either, but I'm like, no. And the animations I wasn't really impressed with, and that sucks.
Really? Because that's one of the things that impressed me the most about Absolver.
It looked
those
very
fighting animations.
non-fluid. It looked very like you could very much gauge what your opponent was going to do very easily. And that could be because that's what they want. They want people to be able to pick it up and be able to play it rather than like get really good with timing and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more depth to it. I'm talking out of my ass right now, but when is that different? So no, right now, not impressed with it. That's mine. And hey, why don't we have a impressed, not impressed? Let's do that right now. Yeah, for me, not impressed.
Beautiful.
Yeah, what do you think, Count?
I'm not impressed.
All right. Sounds good.
Like, what game at E3
Like
didn't
they
impress you,
care.
Count?
Well, I don't want to go these open-ended questions because it tends to make it like we float around looking for an answer. I've got a list of games. We'll just go down that, and then
Keep bringing up games, Janzer. Just bring up games.
What do you think? Okay, but yeah, Gamertron, what do you think? Absolver, yes, no, maybe?
Oh, I'm impressed. I'm
Great.
just like, I know it's multiplayer and with some single player. I just hope I
don't
just
like
hope
that
one.
either.
No, I like that. I
The
like
open
that.
world, and then somebody and their gang are just going to come and beat your ass. I don't need that. You know where I used to live? No, I don't need that, man.
Trolls.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just need more details from the gameplay that I was able to see, because I was able to see like an extended. I was able to see the tutorial. They showed off basically like the first level and whatnot, and I really liked what I saw. And then they told me about all the character customization. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on board with that. I just want to know, like, if I want to strictly play it single player, can I? If I want to strictly play it multiplayer, can I? That's what I want to know. I know they want a seamless experience, but for the sake of personal customization, if I want to play single, can I? If I want to play multi, can I? That's what I need to know about Absolver. I'm looking forward to the gameplay. You may not like the fighting animations.
No.
I like the fighting animations. It reminds me of some of the old kung fu movies I used to watch. So I'm interested in trying Absolver out.
Yeah. Desktop? I don't understand. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Battlefield 1.
Yes. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to go
first.
ahead, I kind of want to find out what Graham's like. Am I showing the desktop on streaming or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he.
Oh, Graham's
mean
just
what he
saying
means by that.
random stuff.
No, he usually doesn't do that, so he's pretty good about not being a troll. I need to know if like something's not working right.
Okay, all right. Well, when it comes to Battlefield 1, this may shock some people, but
Oh, he's home. Okay.
Oh, he's home.
He's
Okay.
saying he was on the mobile.
Okay.
And he just full disclosure, he was the passenger. He wasn't driving while watching.
That's good.
And now he's at home on the desktop.
I'm sorry, Gamer Trent. You wanted to lead off with that? Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. I'm all confused and tangled.
Don't
know
try
how
to
handle the
outrank my
situation.
sorry. Take the wheel. Take the wheel, man.
Okay,
Jesus,
okay.
take
Give
the
me
wheel.
goddamn wheel then. Here we go. Okay,
Thank you.
So Battlefield 1. I know this may be a bit controversial to say, but I think it looks really meh.
Okay.
I
fair
was
enough.
Holy shit.
I was completely unimpressed with Battlefield 1. I don't get the hype. I really don't get the hype. I understand if you're a hardcore Battlefield fan, I understand why this impresses you and why this excites you. I get that entirely.
Gotcha.
But when I saw the Battlefield 1 gameplay, I was just like, that's Battlefield.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't see why everyone's losing their minds over it.
It's a small step up. The Zeppelin blowing up and coming down and wrecking build. It's a small step up. It's not as going nuts over it as everybody is, though. I agree with you there.
Awesome. So you're gonna say nay or meh?
I'm gonna say meh. I'm gonna say meh. It doesn't look like a bad game. Don't you dare miss. I know someone's gonna take
Fuck
what I
them.
say
Who
out of
cares what they
context.
say? What do you think, Count?
I am excited. For one, I like the whole interaction with the changing weather. I guess they say the different volumes of fog is going to roll in, stuff like that. I did think that the graphics were a small step up. I mean, Battlefield's graphics are decent anyway. I mean, they're pretty good. So this may be my first game I get for my new gaming rig when it comes. So,
nice.
I mean, it's pretty much, I'm getting my new gaming rig toward the end of September. This is coming out. Isn't it coming out in October? Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
I'm not
October-
sure. I didn't get
It's kind of aligning there. But I like the whole World War I stuff. So
I was
it's
about
got
to
like
ask.
a gritty feeling to it. Now, everyone, I hate when they come out at E3 and say, okay, we're going to show you this, and then it's all cinematics. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, what the fuck are you showing me? I don't give a shit about cinematics. But then they finally showed some gameplay, and I got kind of hyped for it. So.
What if Captain America showed up? Oh shit!
Oh,
Because
buddy.
it's World War One.
Chris Evans.
World War
Oh,
One.
man. That's a good-looking man right
shit.
there.
I
But
don't
anyway.
know. I think that would be fucking crazy if they just like you were doing like
Had like a Captain America Easter egg
Hell
or
yeah,
something.
man.
Oh, Winter Soldier Easter. Oh, that'd be.
Oh, my God.
You're going crazy. What they put in that pizza you're eating, James?
I don't know, but it's damn delicious. I love Papa John's.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
Papa John's.
yeah.
Oh, that's such good pizza.
I'm pretty excited for that game.
Yeah. I got it.
And that's unlike me because I don't really like the shooter stuff that much.
So you're going with the yeah. All right, like a thumbs up kind of thing. All right. Yeah. In chat, Zergon, I sent you like 5 messages saying we're on this channel. I can't help it. Sorry, you were on the wrong page.
Zergon, what's up?
I was watching Battlefield stuff. I saw that cinematic like when it came out a while back before E3 whatever, and I was like, okay, that looks cool, but once again, that's that cinematic crap.
Right.
Then I watched like 50 minutes or whatever of gameplay of it, and I am very excited for it.
The weapons.
It looks very fucking good.
Very
and
gritty.
I'm looking at it from the, definitely more from the visual aspect of it, the post-processing effects, the smoothness of frame rate, all of that. I'm looking at it from that specific aspect, and I think it looks great. Gameplay, you're shooting dudes. I mean,
right, exactly. I mean,
I just like the environment, and you're taking your shooting doll and dressing it up as World War One doll, and you're getting in your tanks. That it just looked really good.
And the dirt flying up and everything. Yeah, it's just,
the Zeppelin thing. Yeah. There's a lot of that in-game stuff that, like they were saying this is in-game rendering. And I'm like, that could just mean it's still an in-game rendering of a cutscene, though, not like an actual gameplay where they take the, controls out of your hands and then you're just watching a cutscene. I was like, I like that shit. But I'm very excited for it, but I may not get it. I just think that it looks really nice, and I like what they've done with it so far. I think it's pretty awesome.
You're going to see a lot of benchmarking videos with the new NVIDIA cards using Battlefield 1. Right now they're using Doom.
Mm-hmm.
They're using a lot of the videos that they're measuring those benchmarks on those cards. You see it, they're running Doom. Because, Doom is good. I mean, Doom is graphically intensive, but
Battlefield
1's going to be that way as well. So,
I think it's got bigger open areas and whatnot.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
They do.
More draw
They do.
distance, all that stuff. So,
Yeah. Okay, next one I've got here is Days Gone. If you haven't seen it, that's okay.
I saw that.
I figure you've seen everything, Gamertron. In fact, I'm going to say if you haven't seen it, you're not doing your work because you should be. You should be on that for sure. But Days Gone, yeah. Did you see this count?
I did see Days Gone. Yes.
What do you think? What do you think? What did you think of what you saw, at least,
Well, there's a lot of hate on it because of it's another zombie game. You know what I mean?
That's too easy to hate on it because of that.
I liked it. I like zombie games. I'm sorry if people are tired of zombie games. I like zombie games, and the waves of the zombies look cool to me. Look cool as fuck to me. I thought the gameplay... I mean, I'm not going to say that it's going to be groundbreaking or anything, or it's going to do anything differently than any zombie game that came out, but supposedly they're going to have a little bit of different, the way like the AI of the zombies or something like that. I don't know, but it's definitely a game I'd pick up.
Did you watch World War Z?
I did watch World War Z.
That movie with Brad Pitt, whatever.
Yes, those zombies were fucking fast.
I thought it was that. I thought that's what it was.
It's meant to be like the zombies come more in waves. Like in Dying Light, you fight more, maybe 2 or 3 zombies at a time. This is more like waves of zombies, like 10, 20, 30 zombies coming at you. But I thought it looked cool. I didn't understand why some people are like, oh, another zombie game. Well,
No, I get that. Yeah,
I kind of get that too. I mean, we have like The Walking Dead, for instance. It's one of the biggest television shows out there, all about zombies. We've also with Dying
Dead
Light,
Island,
we have
Dying Light,
Dead
blah,
Island,
blah, blah,
Dying
yeah.
Light, Resident Evil,
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead, of course, Dead Rising. Like we have been getting a lot of zombie games, a lot of zombie TV shows. Shoes?
Dude,
Okay.
You have zombie shoes? I love it.
Well, that's apparently a thing. Zombie shows. I don't know how I shoe and show. Well, I shoot in the show. Okay, whatever. The point is, we had like the zombie pop culture thing. Like
for years, years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why some people have been getting sick of it. I get that. But with Days Gone, now it is a PlayStation exclusive, so I won't be able to play it. But I got to admit, that whole wave-based zombie thing, it did look pretty cool.
It looked kind of cool, yeah.
I was a fan of the animations on not just the zombies, but the actual human character model, the way he was interacting with the environment. It looks like a well-made game. It looks like a well-made game.
I hate that it's an exclusive. I hate that.
Well, that's like some of those games that came out too. When I look at that, the same thing with one of the, I'm not going to mention because I don't want us to go on a tangent, but that kind of gets to me too. Is like I'm not going to get a PS4. Well, I don't think I am. I'd like to, but it's just not going to happen.
Nioh.
It's a big investment, a console. It's a big investment.
Yeah. So that's two. Yeah. You know, they were great or whatever.
Yeah, it looked
two
good.
thumbs up.
Days
All
Gone
right.
looked good. Yeah.
I agree. I saw it, and it definitely made me hype watching that trailer of the World War Z style zombies just piling over each other, trying to get to the dude. And they played it out because it was in-game gameplay as well. They played it out perfectly to where he would, you know, use the last few bullets or whatever on that last guy that shows up on that top of the tower, and then he's like, come on, you know, he's all crazy, he's gonna die, but I mean, come on, there's no way he's gonna live. But it's an open world type game from what I heard, or at
and
least
I love Dying Light.
Yeah,
if it's anything like Dying Light, I'll get it, you know.
Okay, Dying Light was the one where you could drop kick zombies.
Yeah.
That's great. You had cars in there, right? Like little vehicles.
Yeah, that was yes. I still need to play Dying Light the following.
Yeah, I need to get that as well.
DLC. I still need to play
I hate it that I bought it on PS4 and not PC. I'm kind of kicking myself, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's great. Okay, so all right. I can't remember what the count was for like Absolver. I think Battlefield we were like 2-1. Absolver we were like, I don't know. Count, what'd you think of Absolver? 2-1.
I didn't really even pay much attention to it, to be honest. Yeah. I saw a little of it and it just didn't. I was just like, You know, so it's a meh.
So I'll give it a.
I don't have an opinion about it.
Wait, you're giving it a score? You're actually writing this stuff down?
I'm going to put Absolver no, Battlefield yes, Days yes, like damn right.
I was the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Days Gone was damn right. So I got this next one now, the Kojima thing, the Death Stranding.
Oh, yes.
And I got to say my piece about Kojima stuff. It doesn't fucking matter what he does. It really doesn't. Because if anybody ever follows anything that he's done with the Metal Gear stuff, it's not about the games really. It's about the fact that he can put. He's like a good artist. He is the idea of a good artist. He puts something up there, and people go to town on what they think it is. And
I know,
that
Ginger. I'm sorry to interrupt
you. Busy
you.
For forever. Well, you're gonna have to wait because I said I got to get this out.
I
That keeps them busy, you know, mentally, and they just go off on tangent. That's what they're following the guy for. He could be doing whatever, but he is so he creates provocative artwork. Is really what it is. And that trailer was, I don't know what the hell I saw. And a lot of people don't know what they saw, but they know it was Kojima, and they know they're going to get a damn interesting experience. Now, if you want Game of Thrones. So I think it's going to be interesting. Is it going to be good? Fuck if I know. I don't think so.
Right.
Maybe not. But it will definitely be interesting, and I think that's enough. So go ahead, Gamertron. I know you're going to
the whole thing I want to bring up, did you guys see Kojima's entrance, onto the show floor?
Yeah. I was watching a stream that was watching it at the same time, and
I saw that.
Yeah.
I think he walked a little fast at the end though, and couldn't keep up with him. But
the light up floor. I was just. Like the way the crowd ignited, and then he said the absolute perfect thing after all the shit that Konami put him through. The first thing he says is, "I'm back."
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Oh, that was.
They went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just like, you can tell underneath his breath he's saying, "Fuck you, Konami."
Can you do you want to describe that entrance? Graham in chat is saying what was so crazy about it, or
Okay. What happened was, Graham. Well, first they didn't even say who was coming onto the stage. They brought up this big curtain, and then they had this big like light up stairs floor. Like every time Kojima took a step, the stairs would light up, and no one knew who was coming. And then then the camera zooms in, and then everyone erupts in cheers. Everybody's cheering when they see it's Kojima. And the guy who was announcing, "Oh, we have something to show you," and then shakes Kojima's hand, and Kojima's like, hello everyone, I'm back." Then he shows off his new game, and he actually spoke English, and Kojima rarely speaks English.
Yeah.
So it was for a gamer who's a big fan of Sony, a big fan of Metal Gear, a big fan of Kojima's work. It was a dream come true for anyone who's a fan of that.
Yeah, and I think he probably understands that a lot of his supporters are Western. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just so that's why he's bothering with English. It's like I can't deny now that I'm running my own studio that this is where my supporters are. You know, I don't know what that says exactly what I said. Read into it what you want, but I mean, honestly, when you run your own business, you know, that's just you have to take a little bit of interest in what other people are saying about you, even if you don't take it all fully to heart. It's just in your interest too, because you need to make money, because you need to make creations or whatever it is, you know. So yeah, man, I think it's interesting. What do you think, Howden? Did you see that thing? You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw the intro and everything, but I didn't really care about the game or anything. You know what I mean? It's just
what
not,
game though?
Talking about Death Stranding.
Yeah, what game? That's what my point was. Is like,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what he's gonna do, but I know
I
it's gonna
saw the
make people
intro.
interested.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited that Norman Reedus is finally going to be another game, because Norman Reedus, if you follow him like on Twitter and stuff like that, he was really pissed that PT got canceled. So now Kojima's
That's the guy
like
from The Walking Dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Blade
Yeah.
2, Walking Dead, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
cool. I don't really care, like, but that's cool. That's good for him. He's gonna work. People need to work.
He's been getting plenty of work lately.
So I think we got 2 thumbs up and a meh, or a nah. I don't know.
Well, I know that Death Stranding is going to be a PlayStation exclusive, and
Right.
I need to say right now I am a meh. The intro was a hell yeah, but the game itself, from what they reveal, was a meh. Like it's
Yeah, I agree with you.
Kojima.
Yeah.
It's very symbolic. It's very, you have to read into it. There's going to be a lot of theories and stuff like that. And we just got to wait for the gameplay is all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the intro. Is that what you're
damn
asking
it.
me?
It's just so good, the way he introduced. It's like, more games, my good friends.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Somebody was asking, was it just us? If you're listening to this on iTunes or Podbean, you know, or you downloaded a different app the way I did with Podcast Addict, and you're listening to this now, if you want to come to the stream live and interact, like I said, once again, we're on Twitch TV, B3 GamingCast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Saturdays. And you can talk shit at us in the chat.
Yeah, come hang out. Yeah.
Yeah, come hang out. Somebody was like, is it just us? I was like, it's just you now, but there's like hundreds of people that are listening at least now. So, you know.
We will
on iTunes.
assimilate you all into the
soon it'll be
hive
thousands,
mind.
hopefully. So, yeah, so
Then
Death
millions.
Stranding, it's a weird one. Did you make much of that count of the, did you make much of any of that, like what they did show?
Not really. I didn't really. I think
This is weird.
I think I watched the intro, and I think that's when I had to leave or something. So I didn't catch much after that, but
Okay.
I don't know.
All
I just didn't.
Well, what about, since I'm talking with you now, what about Detroit Becoming Human? Did you watch that thing?
For a second, isn't that
Do you
kinda
know
one
about
of those
it?
gimmicky games?
It is. Do you know about it?
Yeah, no thing. I meh.
It's kind of in the vein of like a few other games that have come out like that, where you get it kind
Heavy
of like
Rain.
it's a choose your own
You can
adventure.
you can influence the story heavily
Yes.
and all that.
Yeah, it's a choose your own adventure.
Vaguely was paying attention when that came on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I didn't really care about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I'm looking forward to with Detroit. Damn it! I always get the name wrong. Detroit Beyond Human. Is that the proper name?
Yes, that's correct. Becoming Human.
Yeah, becoming.
Becoming Human. Detroit Becoming Human. I'm just looking forward to the Let's Plays, because the thing with this is a David Cage game, and the thing with David Cage's games, since they're interactive stories, and since there's multiple choices, and he likes to throw in a lot of crazy stuff in his stories.
He plays
like,
up a lot. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
It makes for great Let's Plays. It makes for great Let's Play content from the big YouTubers. So since
Even if it goes
always
wrong,
PlayStation-
it's just still entertaining. But Cage is
Exactly.
definitely he's kind of like he overcommits. His what the experience. Like he talks it up much more than maybe what it really ends up being. And especially the like how he thinks that people are going to consume that content doesn't really work out. Like in his mind, he has one thing, which is totally fine. I understand. But it usually never comes out that way, and then maybe the tech is not on board. I actually liked Heavy Rain. I thought it was really interesting and funny. And depressing. There were some really seriously depressing parts in that game.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow, this is horrible, you know. And I've seen that. I've seen Alan Wake. Didn't he do that? He did that, right?
Yeah. No. He didn't do Alan Wake. That was someone else. That's someone else.
What am I thinking of then?
He did Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. I know there's another name.
I saw that one.
There's another name for that. There's another name. Indigo Prophecy.
That's the one I saw. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I watched the one with where
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls, where he's perving on that one girl. Yeah. Okay. He's always got to make them take showers. He's always got to make them take showers. There's always got to be a shower scene in his. All right. So yeah. So I don't know. For me, Game of Thrones. What did you think about that game?
I think it's a yeah. I think it will be entertaining to
Looks
watch.
nice, right?
Yeah, it looks like that is one thing I'm always impressed by David Cage's games. When he is able to really push those consoles to their limits in terms of graphical fidelity. So
yeah, I think so.
It looks good. Like the graphics look good. I have no doubt the story's going to be a crazy ride and it's going to be fun to watch.
And that game type has definitely developed.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there's been other games that have used that same style of gameplay as well.
Telltale games.
Telltale, yes. True. There was one that you played. It was about a high school
Life is
girl.
Strange.
Life is Strange. Yeah, they used it.
Oh, it's so good. Life is Strange.
Was that
so
who developed that?
Dontnod, the same people who developed Remember Me.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, Life is Strange was interesting. I think it looked pretty good. You know, it just was not my. I'm not like into playing as a young schoolgirl, you know. But if I was, then I would probably enjoy playing that game.
A lot of people were streaming that game.
I know, man, a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's because it was cheap. It was cheap and it was well done, and it was graphically good to look at, and you know, the voice acting was pretty decent. So
they got Ashley Birch to play one. I don't know if you guys know Ashley Birch. She's the voice of Tiny Tina.
Oh yeah, I do.
She's a really good voice actor. Really good voice actor.
Yeah, Tiny Tina is definitely one of those love it, hate it kind of things. People are like, "Oh, so fucking annoying," and other people are like, "Ha ha, I totally get that." Yeah. So get in touch with my inner emo girl. You don't want to know what happened to that. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to give it an because I don't know if we're here or there. Yeah, some of us are here. I think I'm kind of midway. I think it looks graphically good. I'm uninterested in the game, like playing that type of gameplay.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But you're absolutely right, Game of Thrones. I do like watching that stuff because I think the reactions to it and the choices and bad gameplay especially can come off as pretty funny. I look for the humor stuff and... yeah, otherwise I'm not going to be touching it. But anyways, I don't think I can. I think isn't it probably a console exclusive kind of thing?
Yeah, PlayStation
probably.
Only.
Yeah, we can always look that up. Oh, and so can you, listener, with your Google in front of you right now, I'm sure. Next, I've got Dishonored 2, which is kind of a hit and miss. Everything I've seen out there, it seems like a...
What? No, that's a total hit, man. Dishonored 2 looks incredible.
I've seen some people say it's Dishonored, you know, and I've looked at a lot of it too, and... yeah, I don't have enough information to make a good opinion about it. I saw it and I was like, yeah. I saw one trailer that had like a song, and they tried to always use like songs that people know, and then like revamp them, like do a different variation on that song in order to like fit the emotion that they want to pull. So they're playing off of two things: your memory of that song and how it affected you, and like tying it into like what emotion they want you to feel, and that fucks with people. So a lot of the times, I don't know if you do this, but I listen to trailers without sound on because I don't want that to affect me in any way. And then I'll go back and listen to it with the sound. And I'm like, I see what they're going for, assholes. Because yes, really, sound production has quite a lot to do with a lot of things.
I'm sure. I was just more impressed by the actual gameplay demo they showed.
I wasn't. So I'm going to give it I don't care, but you please go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, jeez. Well, honestly, if you didn't play the first Dishonored, then I can completely understand.
I watched a full playthrough of it, and it was pretty interesting, and a lot of people liked it.
I for one, really liked it, and the reason, well, okay, there's two reasons I'm really excited for Dishonored 2. One, two playable characters, and so you can choose to play as the original character from the first game, Corvo, or the Empress Emily. So, and if you play as Corvo, it's basically Dishonored 1 all over again. All the abilities from the first game return. But if you play as Emily, totally new abilities and weapons and stuff like that. So you're basically getting 2 games in one. That really, I really like that. I'm really liking that. I'm getting 2 games in one. I can play the game once as Emily, once as Corvo, and get 2 very different experiences. I really like that. The second thing I'm really excited about Dishonored 2 about, they've made this game with a brand new graphics engine. The developers made a brand new graphics engine to make Dishonored 2, and they're calling it the Void engine.
The Void.
The Void engine. The thing is, last game they used the Unreal Free engine, and while they were able to do a lot with that engine with the style they were going for, they couldn't pull off everything they wanted to pull off. So they made a brand new graphics engine. Now they're able to bring a lot of stuff that they couldn't do in the first game to life with this new engine they've built. So I'm always excited for new tech. The Void engine looks good. It looks very good. I'm excited to see what they can do with the Void engine. So I'm looking forward to the graphics engine. I'm also really looking forward that Dishonored 2 is 2 games in one. Like, I love stuff like that. So 2 games in one, like the old and the new. I'm excited for Dishonored 2. I'm excited. I like the first one. Looking forward to the second.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna not be a massive hit, but I think it will definitely find its place, and
For
there's
fans.
nothing wrong with that.
I think fans
all.
of the first will definitely really like this.
It might surprise some people for sure, that are thinking that it's just going to be the same old, because it's not if they're redoing the engine, or at least the graphic rendering portion of it, I suppose, I don't know. Did you watch any of that, Count?
A little bit. I'd have to go back, like you said, and play the first Dishonored.
Yeah, I've got it.
Just didn't. Oh, you have? Huh?
I've never played it, but I've watched an entire playthrough
Right,
years ago when it came out, and people were all over that game's nuts. I just was like, yeah, it's cool. I remember hearing all the, thief, and it's not Thief. It's not even close to being
Oh,
Thief.
no, it's not.
By far. It's
I don't
totally
like
different.
Thief. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a totally different game. And it was its own playstyle. It was its own game. It's its own series, So it's nice that it's getting, I guess, a part 2. And that's just me being nice, but I don't really have too strong feelings about it,
It made a lot of people's top 10s for games they're excited about, though. So, but
I bet it's going to be good
really
to
care.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just give it a meh.
I give it a yay.
That's okay.
I have no opinion about that game. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I get that.
right.
I get that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and kind of playing off of that Dishonored, honor, for honor. So, yeah.
Oh,
Did you watch any of this game, Gamertron?
Oh yes,
Actual
okay.
gameplay?
Yes, the actual. I saw the single player. I saw the single player and multiplayer game footage they put out for E3. Okay, so this happens to me with every fucking Ubisoft game. They announce a new game. I'm like meh, I don't really care for it. Then they show gameplay, and then I'm all over it. It was the same thing with Watch Dogs, same thing with Rainbow Six Siege, same thing with The Division. Every time a new Ubisoft announces a new game, I'm like, I don't care. See gameplay. God damn it, I need this game. And now that I've seen gameplay For Honor, fuck it, I need this game. I need this game.
They rope you in, son. They rope you in.
The thing is, I heard it, at first I saw the multiplayer gameplay for Honor, and I was like, this looks pretty cool, looks interesting. It's not another FPS multiplayer game, it's a melee combat multiplayer game. That looks really cool, looks interesting, and the premise looks interesting too. But then I saw the single player stuff, and it's not half-assed. They actually put a lot of work into the single player. You're going to have you'll be able to customize your character. There's going to be multiple missions. You're going to play as all the different factions. And and there's multiple ways to replay the missions. There's multiple I'm a sucker for a good single player, and it looks like they actually put effort into this For Honor's single player. The melee combat as well. It looks very interesting. It looks like it's meaty, it's impactful, and there's an emphasis on blocking, timing your blocks, and the direction of your block, which will add a lot of depth and strategy and tactics to the melee combat. Just next year,
Would you call that
2017,
combat slow Or
Yes,
how would you
I would say it's very slow and methodical. I would
slow and
say it's
methodical?
slow and methodical,
Kind of
but
like a Dark Souls game.
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
little bit.
I don't agree. I watched it,
Now,
and I don't know. Count, what do you think? Did you see any of that stuff?
I did not see the multiplayer, but I did watch what they put out about some of the campaign. I just wonder when he's climbing the rope and they're throwing shit down on him, why didn't they just cut the fucking rope?
Yeah,
That bothered
I
me.
expected them
That
to get
really
murdered
bothered me.
going up.
It's like, yeah. I didn't really care about the game too much. I think it might be something I might try. I'm kind of on the fence about that. I definitely wasn't like hating on it or anything, but the combat just looked kind of slow. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
I don't know.
Did you see that like over the player? It's got like directional stuff like up, down, left, right, which I believe was the guarding, like the guard.
Yeah, that's the
guarding that
blocking.
you could
Right.
set. Yeah, I'm interested in how that works. But
How it works
I was
is
thinking about
when you
signing up for the alpha.
Oh yeah, you can sign up for the alpha.
Yeah,
But
they
Janzer,
are.
I can actually answer your question here about
I
the
didn't have a
blocking.
question.
Oh, but you said you don't know how it works. Like with the blocking, I can.
Oh no, control wise, because how can I see the
Oh.
controls?
Oh,
Just,
okay. My
I can make an
apologies.
assumption with the control, but yeah, no, I get an idea based on like watching the gameplay what was going on. I mean, they're very clear about like, oh, that's a guard break or a shield, that little shield breaking symbol. So now's your opportunity to attack, and they explain the like revenge mode and stuff like
Right.
that. I thought I was going to be a lot more interested in it, and I wasn't. I thought it was really slow as well. I was like,
Yeah.
it's to me, it's not like Dark Souls. Dark Souls, especially over time, has really developed a lot of speed. 3 is probably the fastest. Like your opponents do not give you leeway. The thing, what the hell? I'm stuttering. The one that I saw in For Honor, like that samurai guy, he was extremely slow. I was like, why didn't he just kill your ass already? There were opportunities where like either the guy was just standing there. I was like, I think they need to work on the AI a bit. I did like how when they were showing the Viking guy and his gameplay, and he's wading through like all these smaller opponents or whatever. Nobody's really, really trying to kill him. There were a couple of like strikes at him here and there, and that was cool.
It was just mowing through them.
Yeah, that was cool, but nobody was really. They were pretty much just staying away from him. I'm like, no, they probably could have like gotten a strike in here and there. It was like I think the AI needs to be a little bit more aggressive. It looked like way too easy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. Could be just me.
I have a prediction that this game is going to be bashed by the critics when it comes out.
Well,
So I just
listen to
have
what I just said, and probably.
Right. Yeah, I just got that feeling. I don't know.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's just not enough. Maybe if they amped up the speed a bit, or the aggressiveness of the attackers, or I think I think it looks nice-ish.
The guy that was showing it, he looked kind of nervous. Like maybe they're not going to like this, or I don't know. It just
Yeah. I think the premise is nice. Like the 3 different factions. I'm sorry, Go ahead.
I understand where you guys are coming from, but as someone who had zero interest in For Honor when it was
Same
first
here.
announced and shown,
Same here.
like I now,
Yeah, me too.
I'm now really excited. It's coming out next year in February, and I'm now really excited. It's now one of my most anticipated games of the next year.
The thing
So
is-
the only game you've hated on so far is Battlefield 1.
Not
okay.
really hated on. I don't get the hype. I
Right.
just
No,
don't
and
get
that's fair. Like even if you were like, I don't want to even bother with this game. I'm like, yeah, we don't have to all like whatever's going to be popular.
Right.
I just like, in fact, my like about Battlefield 1 just had to do with the look of the graphics. Remember, I said the gameplay looked like, shoot a guy.
Yeah.
I did like the look of the original like tanks. Like they were pretty much just treads. There was no main mounted cannon or whatever. It was just that old style tank that they had that were just 2 treads, and then you were in the middle there. It was kind of like a triangular shape or whatever. I was like, this is great. They're getting like the old look for everything, and they're going to try to stay. Yeah, they're going to stay authentic as possible because they know that's their niche right there. They're going to try to appeal to all of the people that want that historical look. That's a lot of work. That's a fucking lot of work, that they're dumping into
and a
that
lot
game.
of money because you have to actually pay money to get access to like original like
if they
World
actually
1
want
models
to
and
get
stuff
it,
like
yeah,
that.
probably. I'd imagine there's more resources online than there ever were, but yeah, that's so For Honor, I don't know. I'm not really there's a
Well,
lot
I
of
was
games.
watching the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a lot of the chat go by. I mean, there was a lot of people in the chat when they were showing that, and the overwhelming majority were saying slow and boring. So, I mean, I know that's just a knee-jerk reaction, but I mean, I just have a feeling. I don't know. I have a feeling that game's not going to go over.
Well, they might. Hey,
Oh,
they might do some
Listen to
tweaks.
Gamertron.
They might do some. Hey, you know it
Oh,
happened. This happened many, many, many times. They
right.
may do some tweaks to it. In fact, even Doom, when they first initially showed off like the glory kills with Doom, they sped those up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they
Hey,
definitely.
if I'm
could.
wrong, Gamertron can throw a pie in my face or something.
They're
We'll have a.
No,
Yeah.
I understand. Like, I
All the
can
way from
understand.
Canada.
Like, there is definitely
Yeah.
a slowness to For Honor. I get that. I get that. But
And that could be good too. Some people want that. I
Right.
know one YouTuber that really loves Dark Souls says he really likes the measured and paced out combat of Melee, and I'm like, in what game? I don't, I don't know any games that the closest I could think of might be the original Dark Souls, where the bosses weren't like lightning speed, but they picked up their pace, as time went on.
Indeed.
But
The
I
whole
wanted to call
reason-
out one. I'm sorry, Gamertron.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say
No,
one thing.
no, please, Count. Say what you were going to say, man.
I was watching a really popular YouTuber. I think everybody knows Angry Joe and his top 10 list, and he's so contradictory. He hates Dark Souls. He hates Dark Souls games, but he can't wait for Honor. And I'm like,
Huh?
I didn't really see that big of a difference in the combat.
Maybe he
And he
doesn't
doesn't
like-
like Dark Souls because it's slow combat.
Oh,
but he
come
loves
on.
For Honor, and I'm like, and that's the reason what he gave for not liking Dark Souls. And I'm like, because the combat's slow. Well, I said that combat's really slow.
The original,
And
but Dark Souls 3, if anybody has watched any of that, that's not that slow. It really
I've
is.
played
All right,
Dark
all
Souls
right, fair
free.
enough.
It is not. It's fast. It is
Yeah.
very fast.
Okay.
One is pretty plodding.
Well,
No,
if
and
he
it's not
thinks Dark
you. It's not
Souls
you. It's
combat
him.
is
You're
slow.
saying he's saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I was trying to kind of set up my point,
What's your
but
point?
I mean, I don't know what my point is.
That sounds good. I like that.
Don't listen to Angry Joe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke about like, well, we all know you don't like him anyway, so just fucking around.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just
Yeah.
he just contradicts himself so much.
Well,
do.
Anyway, I shouldn't even just
Okay, well,
keep going.
I don't know that we
when
all
it comes
do.
to For Honor, like I get
I'm a
why the
nobody
slowness
anyways.
bugs you guys. I get
Shut
why
up,
the slowness for Honor bugs you guys, but when I was watching the gameplay and I was seeing him wade through the little guys and take on the mini bosses, the hits, the animation, like when that melee weapon hit an enemy,
Yeah.
it looked impactful. It looked
yeah.
meaty, and that's what I want. I want some meaty melee combat, and I'm a sucker for single player. I can't help it. I'm a sucker for a single player campaign.
Right. You like the
And-
experience games. I get that. Yeah. There were a lot of experience games, we've talked about so far. Yeah, is there anything? What else did you? I think we went over For Honor. I think we're done on that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we've pretty much gone over.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next
Meh.
one there. I hope it does better than what I saw. And you know what the shitty thing is? We're getting just a small snapshot of what the game may be.
Right,
We don't even
exactly.
really fucking
Exactly,
know
you
until the
don't know.
damn thing comes out.
They
you
may
get
have
your
some
hands
cool
on
shit
it.
in there. Yeah.
Right. And that's really the truth, So layout Horizon Zero Dawn. This thing's been popping up everywhere.
Yes.
They have a release date for it now.
They
though.
do?
Yeah.
next year.
No shit.
Yeah.
Next year?
But they came out with no. I'm thinking of Last Guardian. I'm sorry, Zero Dawn. They actually had a Last Guardian. They announced the release date. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got my games mixed up.
No, that's okay. I didn't even have it on the list, but that should be next because I was going alphabetical order. Yeah.
Damn, you're organized.
Well, sometimes when I'm really organized, I got images and all that shit. Not today, but yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. Do you know what that is? Count? That's kind of like you got creatures, but they're all mechanized.
They're like mechanized dinosaurs.
Exactly.
And they're kind of hush hush about the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's I can't remember the name of the character. It's like a cave woman or whatever. I forget.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But the game looks beautiful.
It
You know what I
does.
mean?
I can't. But it's a PS4 exclusive, I think,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
It is.
PS4
Which is
exclusive.
automatically outside of my range. It
Right.
looks nice, and I remember when that it came out before E3, on Sunday, I believe. It came out before that day, and I put on a comment on YouTube. I was like, well, let's see some actual gameplay, because the trailer I saw was all cinematic. People hated on that comment that I put. And I was like, what? How is that wrong to want to see actual gameplay? Don't you guys learn your lessons?
Why are they hating? I don't understand that.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, whoa, stop fanboying it already. So that's always a trigger for me. When I got triggered. I got triggers all over the place. I can't even sit down. I got triggers everywhere.
Don't be fooled again. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, triggered. Whoa. The wind blows and I'm triggered, But jokes aside, it's like you shouldn't be fanboying that hard on something you've never even seen in-game play with, nor should you be that heavily defending something that doesn't need to be defended. It's not even out yet.
That's the console fanboys, though, Jenser. Even though
is this
don't
another
get me
Order
wrong.
1886 though? You know what I mean? What's the replayability
That's a
of this
low
game?
blow. That's a low
I'm
blow,
just saying,
sir. How dare you.
it's yeah.
It's a damn shame that this
Surprise
still, we
announcement.
haven't.
The Order 1886 Part 2.
Oh God.
That's
Good
actually what it's
God.
called, not even Order 1887. No, I'm just kidding.
Order
I'm
1887.
fucking around. None of this is true.
Get your news from us.
Oh, please don't. What do you think, Gamertron? I know.
Well, one, I think, well, again, I was trying to bring this up beforehand.
Sure.
It's a damn shame that while a lot of us have, the game community has matured in this sense, but there are still just enough for them to be a nuisance console fanboys. And here's the thing, the Sony console fanboys, they're going hard over Horizon Zero Dawn. Ooh, they are hyping this game to no end. And it's a damn shame. Because when you actually look at Horizon Zero Dawn, it certainly looks like a good game. I look at the gameplay, I look at the cinematic trailers, and it looks good. I would like to play this if this came to PC, which it's never going to. I would play it. I would pick it up. Unfortunately, I'm going to be relegated to watching it on YouTube. But from what I've seen, I like the originality. I like the originality of the setting. I like that.
Is it really,
the
though?
studio? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. It's
really just like, oh my God, what are the series? Not Assassin's Creed series. There's like an island where kids are thrown and they gotta hunt around and blah blah blah.
Wait, are you pigs? Something to do with the pigs? No.
No.
These
There's
are like primitives that are
Yeah.
out of place with like it's.
There's a
he
primitive.
described it as like technology meets.
There's a game
Primitive.
about
Yeah.
primitives right now that just recently came out. It's
Far
Far
Cry
Cry Primal.
Primal.
Yeah, so that's what
Oh,
this
yeah.
reminded
That's
me
the
of.
first thing that popped into my head when I
Right,
saw this.
but with
Horizon.
they just skinned it differently,
Yeah.
to me.
Really?
So I'm hoping that they really are relying on the story to tell something, because otherwise, if it's an open world kind of Far Cry Primal thing, then I'm like, well, okay. That's why I wasn't all that hyped about it. I was like, oh, this looks cool, but so you made mechanized dinosaurs. That's cool. That's a cool thing, but you better have a good story behind it, because otherwise it's really cheesy when you think about it. It's just.
Well, I guess the story revolves around this girl trying to find out like why she's here.
Exactly.
Why she's in this environment and everything. So
But
they were
why
he was
would
real
she
hush hush
care?
about it.
Yeah,
but-
I hate those.
Why would I care? Yeah.
Why
that's
would she care? Why is
Why
she
would
the
she
one
care?
person that because there's so many people that have been born before her, I'm imagining. So why is it
Right.
her, the one that cares about where she came from, Oh,
The
fuck
chosen
off.
one.
Yeah, what?
She shoots a
That
bow.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
In all reality, they'd probably beat her on the head and put her in the fields to pick tomatoes or something.
Whoa!
What? I'm saying if it
You
was
don't
real.
even play consoles, Gamertron.
You hate consoles. You just admitted it on stream.
I didn't say I hate consoles. I never said
Console
I don't own one.
fanboys. You hate
You're,
consoles.
you're elevating
Yes.
the war,
No,
the
that's
master
not,
race.
But the point is, you guys got real fucking cynical about this game.
That's
like
not
it was
cynical.
Like,
That's
No,
getting
it's
real.
not cynical.
That's
We're
literally just getting
we're
real
asking
about
questions.
it. Yeah. I want to
play
know.
console, and I never jump on the hype of a fucking console
yeah.
exclusive.
I want to
and
know
I'm like,
that they have something behind we have a mechanized dinosaur, which is cool, but
Right.
what?
Okay,
why?
I get what. Okay, I get
Why?
that. I get.
You know?
I get that.
Like I heard about,
guess-
I heard about a book that was this girl was talking about a book that apparently in this book, like everything in the future is run by nano machines, nanotechnology. They have all these battles, and I'm like, well, maybe that's what happened there. Maybe nanotechnology took over and constructed, of all things, dinosaurs.
Right.
Why dinosaurs? You know, why would technology decide to take on the face of me, Grimlock? You know,
Oh my God.
you know, I need a reason, man, other than we thought it was cool to put mechanized dinosaurs.
Well, before I laid my $60 down on that game, which
That's the other
I
problem.
probably will.
Consoles are fucking heavily priced, like their games.
Well, I got to know more about the game. How many hours does it take?
There you go.
How much replayability? Probably not much. Let's be honest. That doesn't seem like a game that's going to have a lot of replayability. So,
Well, it
I don't know.
depends. Like, is it going to be single player? All they've shown is single player. Will there be a multiplayer?
I think it's just a single player
I think it's a story. Yeah,
story.
They haven't
Well,
shown
if it's a
anything
story,
else.
it better be a long story. Because if they're asking $60, that better be 15, 20 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, and what you thought sounded like, you know, cynicism. That's just because I have
Asking questions.
I have a lot of
yeah.
ideas about, you know, what that could be, and I can't rule out all of the negative criticism I have.
I know.
you
I hear you, man.
Because it looks
great.
I
got to admit, it
It
does.
looks great, and
I want dinosaurs. I'll play Ark Survival.
Yeah, I am just everyone know I am a graphics whore. Yes, I would play that game just because it looks good, you know. But the other part of me is like, well, what's behind it? Just because it's a pretty face,
And
you
I
know?
get that, and I apologize for my earlier
No,
comment
it's
about the
okay.
And you
cynicism. 'cause-
should.
No, you know what? You're right. You're
You know
right.
what? I want this
Fine.
apology written. I'm not going to just put up with a. No, I'm just kidding with you, man. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
joking.
you're on point, man. There's nothing wrong with you saying, you know, like.
Why are you
just-
apologizing? Never apologize for anything.
Oh man.
I got to admit, maybe I'm just so caught up in the mechanized dinosaurs.
So
Now that I love
That's
dinosaurs.
what's original to me, because you
Yeah.
rarely like. I like that. Yes, it's very silly, it's very cheesy, but I like that. Like,
Well,
robot
it could be.
dinosaurs.
It could be. If they don't give it a good reason, then it could be cheesy because. Here's why it could be cheesy, because they kind of made an aloof idea about a story that could be, but they didn't give very many details. So now if they don't fill that out, then it's going to be, oh, you just threw in mechanized dinosaurs. But if they actually do it well, then it's going to be like, all right, fair enough, because honestly, mechanized dinosaurs are pretty fucking cool.
you know, fuck yeah, they're
but
cool.
you know, but if you're gonna try to tempt me with an idea of a story that has some purpose and meaning behind it, it better be fucking good. Because I came for the dinosaurs, I didn't come for the story. You know. And so now, if you're gonna intrigue me with a story, you better follow through, because I'm chasing you down for like 20 hours trying to figure out what this story is all about, and really all I needed was a few hours play around with mechanical dinosaurs, and that's
And it looks
cool
like
as
they
fuck.
have a good. Speaking of which, before we move on, Verizon,
Yeah, no
if
problem.
you watch the gameplay, they have quite a variety of different mechanized
They do.
dinosaurs.
Weird creatures in general.
And I
Yes.
ride them. That's
Yeah,
great.
I saw that.
Would you want to? Wouldn't it just cut into your legs, dude? Ow.
Could you imagine riding like a cybernetic pterodactyl or something?
They don't
Oh.
have they don't have a layer of skin. They're all just like jutting
know.
like mechanical pieces and
An exoskeleton. Yeah.
let's ride, jump on. Oh Jesus, my dick. Because they're wearing loincloths, man. Come on, there's no protection down there. Come out with like leather adult diapers. What's that for? I got to ride my dinosaur today. I'm gonna get my dick cut off. Oh. But yeah, please go ahead, Gametron. I think you have some closing thoughts.
No, that's pretty much it. Like I get it. We shouldn't overhype the game. Let's not all get caught up in the robot dinosaurs. The robot
it does look
dinosaurs
cool.
are really cool. It absolutely looks cool.
But let's not make more of it than it is.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with you guys there. So, are we all yay or nay on it?
I don't have a choice. I'm a nay because I can't play it.
Yeah. I'm a yay because robot dinosaurs, and I can watch
Yeah,
it on YouTube.
I'm a yay because I'll probably end up getting it.
All right,
You know,
all right,
if
cool.
it's,
Sounds good.
you know.
All right, fair enough. 2-1. Fuck y'all. All right, next one.
Oh, Yeah.
Last Guardian. Last Guardian. Count, you brought it up. Thanks for reminding me. I didn't bring it up because I already knew what was going on with it, and I don't expect much out of it anyways. What do you think, Count?
Well, like I said, they finally, I think they announced a release date.
Did you play
finally.
those first, like, kind of predecessor games? Ico and
No,
Battle of the
I have
Classes.
not.
Oh, okay.
I guess they had a guy. There was a guy, I think, from Kind of Funny Games that said he played 45. They had a 45-minute demo of the game, and he said it's got some graphical issues.
Yeah.
But he said it was a decent. So far what he played was decent. But I don't really know. I mean, the game's kind of mysterious, but it looked like I said, it looks cool.
Yeah. Given that's kind of like how Shadow of the Colossus was, you don't get much story in it until later,
Right.
and then it's really
Right.
is it really I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's what it's going to be. Very Japanese like that. They don't always fully close a story. Sometimes it's just an idea or an experience, and that's it. I'm not super hyped for it. I think that it's an idea that people are putting a lot of expectation on, and I'll see what happens, when it comes out. But it's definitely be a Sony console thing, right? So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I got nothing on that one. So
A lot of those.
I'm
dog
honestly
bird.
just excited for The Last Guardian because our good friend Malachi, she is a huge fan of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. So I'm honestly just happy for her that she'll finally be able to play The Last Guardian because she loves the games that this developer puts out. Shadow of the Colossus is her favorite game. So I'm just happy for Malachi. I'm
bring
just happy
that back
she
to,
finally
like-
gets to play that game.
I'll bring it back to people that don't know what you're talking about. For anyone that is a fan of those games, they are definitely all going to be very happy because Shadow of the Colossus is still being played to this day.
Right.
Oh,
still
yeah.
being streamed. I have a double disc Shadow of the Colossus Ico that I've never even opened. I bought it just because that's the power of that game. I'm like, this is a classic. I better fucking buy it. And because it was a 2-for-1 for like $10. Pass that up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, fuck it. If I don't buy it, I'm going to hate myself later. Because who knows, one day I may not have internet, be like stuck with, all right, I got you, PS3, let's do this, That's what I got. So, all right, so we give it a, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so.
It's kind of hard to have an opinion about
it is, right? But people
I
want
can
to
only
hear
take
about this shit.
somebody
They
else's
ask.
word from the demo that
Yeah.
he said it had some graphic problems.
People are asking, what do you
Graphics.
think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, oh, no, I guess I got to watch it. How about you Patreon me, man? Come on.
There you go.
$35. $35. What are we doing here? So, yeah, let's unless y'all got anything else, I'll move on to Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah. Move on.
All right. Well, just really quickly, I watched today finally because somebody had asked me about that once again, and God damn, I am blown away. I am very excited for this game. Very fucking excited. I like what they're doing. I like a lot of that new world. They're basically, if I got this correctly from the game trailer and some of the in-game like that I was watching or whatever, if I get this correctly, it's a new planet. They're a new like habitation for humanity, a new planet they're trying to colonize or whatever.
Yes.
So you have new like creatures and stuff like that. It's just looks really well done. It looks like they put a lot of work into it.
Looks amazing.
It does. And I like the concept of exploring this. You were doing the macro of like you were affecting the universe at large or whatever, the galaxy. Now it's the micro of this is, well, not even micro, it's an entire world, it's going to be a lot to explore, but they're really bringing back the vastness at a smaller scale. Oh man, I should write them fucking taglines. Anyways, but I think it's true because I mean, that whole galactic war or universal like shift in everything that they were working on with that storyline is now you've got the entire world to explore. I think is what it looks like, and
No,
different
not
creatures.
a world, a galaxy. The Andromeda galaxy.
It's a galaxy. I thought it was
Yeah,
just
they're
one
moving
world.
on to the
No,
Andromeda
dude,
galaxy.
it's multiple worlds.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, fuck me then. Yeah. Wow, that's even more than I expected. Because honestly, I would be happy if it was just one world to colonize. Because can you imagine if they made that an in-game thing of having to map out an entire planet that you could go around?
Oh,
That would be
jeez.
massive in and of itself. That
Yeah,
would be
and
massive.
they're actually doing that with multiple worlds.
I can't imagine that.
No,
Because
they're actually doing that.
yeah, I
Like,
can
I don't
imagine.
know if you noticed. Did you notice there were moments where in that footage they were showing
They
off
didn't
a
see it.
vehicle? Did you
yeah.
see the vehicle though?
They didn't say multiple worlds, or maybe they did, and I just missed it.
They,
I only saw
they
the
actually
one.
did. They actually did. Like, no, there was actually, dude. If you didn't know, there was a jungle world. There was a
I thought it was
desert
different
world.
parts of the world because just like our own Earth, you have different like environments.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, man. But the thing is, here's how this is going to work from what I understand, because I've been following this game because I love Mass Effect. I've been following every detail. What I understand about Andromeda, one, none of the old characters are going to be returning. This is going to take place in the Mass Effect universe, but this is going to feature completely different characters. Like, you'll see the same alien races, like Asari and Krogan, all that stuff, well, for like humanoid characters and stuff like that. But with Andromeda, you're going to be encountering completely different wildlife. You're going to be encountering completely different like enemies and stuff like that. And the big part is like you're going to have this entire galaxy with a ton of planets, and there's going to be stories on each of those planets that tie into the main story, and you're going to explore those worlds there's going to be like key points on those worlds. Like you land on the world with your spaceship, you get into this vehicle called the Mako, which was that roller vehicle, and you'll drive across the planet to these important locations on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
If that's because again,
yeah, that's kind of how I figured. If they were doing a planet, they would have to only have certain areas you could interact with. But if they were only doing one planet and that's what you were developing, they could make more of it something that you can interact with versus like different spots that you can interact with. You know, that's at least what I'm thinking.
I hear you. I'm really excited because this is BioWare's second game with the Frostbite engine. For the most part, for the longest time, they were using the Unreal Free engine, and then with Dragon Age Inquisition, they switched over to Frostbite. And now it looks like, from the gameplay footage we've seen, they've really done their homework on how to use Frostbite and how to get the best possible lighting and textures from it. Oh my god! We didn't see a lot of gameplay, but what we did see. That the Asari face, the blue woman, her face, my jaw dropped when I saw that. That looks so incredible.
Yeah, I wasn't that blown away by it. I was like, oh, a humanoid face. What got to me was the other creatures. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I like seeing, exotic stuff. I don't really care to see aliens as humans, humanoid.
Oh, I hear you. I get
face,
that.
2 eyes, 1 nose, mouth, whatever. Now, I want to see crazy shit. Yeah, so if you haven't seen that, did you watch any of that, Count?
Yeah, I did. I haven't played a Mass Effect game since like 2.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
Did you not see that I tweeted like the 3-pack was like $12 one day?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm going to revisit visit 1 and 3 for the first times. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get into that. There's no doubt. That game,
I got to play 1 and 3
That game looks hype. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game looks hyped. There's no doubt. So yeah, I haven't played a Mass Effect game since the second one. So
Count,
and I didn't really play that much of it. What I need to know
is where can we find like a device that we can get into that we can just play games that doesn't take time? Because how the fuck are we going to play games? It's too much crap, man.
Tell me about it.
This is too much.
It's getting out of fucking hand. I mean, I'm telling you, it's getting out of hand.
Now, I'll play Mass Effect 3. Someone's saying don't play 2, like as a joking, but I don't care what people whined about, cried about. Oh, it took all of your actions and threw them out the window. I don't care. I like the look of the game. I think the mechanics will probably be pretty good, and I'll take a judgment for that. I think it's worth the money. I don't think that people would have, I don't know, I don't think people would have retracted their dollars to play that game, just because they didn't like the ending, yeah, so either way, looks really, I think we got a three thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mass Effect, so Andromeda, I'm all the way for it.
You got anything else on that game? You usually have a lot, so I try to give you a little extra. Okay. Just if you have it, and there's no problem.
Okay, what I do know is that they've they've expanded upon Mass Effect freeze movement system where before in the previous Mass Effect games, like you did like movement was it was pretty linear. Like you moved in a pretty linear fashion through levels, and you couldn't really get off the ground much. You were kind of, like there wasn't a jump button or anything like that. From what I understand, because this is going to be way more open world, this Mass Effect, you're going to be able to jump and have a jetpack.
Yeah,
and you're going to be able to jetpack across the environment. From what I understand, they're taking elements from the old game's combat. So if you guys play 2, there's stuff that will be familiar, but they're adding a lot more freedom of movement, from what I understand.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
And just, oh god,
Yeah,
I can't
Mass
wait.
Effect Andromeda is a definite. I mean, that's going to be just take
so.
my money.
It's a BioWare game.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hard pressed to like find somebody that's going to try to convince me to not be interested in it, because I don't care. Like like you can't tell me what I'm looking at, what I see with my eyes, and and tell me that I'm not going to like that.
That's going to be fucking cool.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. It looks cool.
Oh yeah.
And if I don't want to pay like full price day one, I actually will wait a year and then play it later on,
Right.
And at least then when I play it, I won't have annoying, like, oh, come play this game. Everybody playing it at the same time, give me all the shit, so.
What's the release date of the
I don't know.
Andromeda?
I can look it up.
All we know is it's 20. We don't have a release date. All we know is it's coming out 2017. That's all we know. 2017. It was supposed to be this year, but then it got delayed till next year.
If you want to in chat, maybe check what Graham's saying to your game.
To answer your question, Graham, I was speaking specifically to Count and Janzer about the gameplay elements of Mass Effect 2, because they haven't played free. If they'd played free, this is a lot like free, but with more movement. They've played 2, so I'm saying it's a lot like 2 with more movement.
Yeah, all I'm concerned about, like once I go back to play part 3, is whether or not I got a Vanguard character, because that's the one I played.
Yeah, there is.
Right.
There is.
Don't
As
long
you
as I can warp and smash into them and shoot them with the shotgun, that's all I give a damn about.
Vanguard got a lot of love in free. You even got another ability that ties into where you lunge, you charge, then you jump into the air and slam into the ground.
Because I perfected this whole thing with my commander. Or captain, I don't remember what it was.
Commander Shepard.
Commander, yeah.
Commander
where
Shepard,
I had her warp to one person, turn, warp to the next one, hit them, turn, warp to the next one. So I was just bouncing all over the map. They could never hit me. It was the best.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, it was such a great game. Anyways, next one, this game makes me want to... This is one of those games where, it makes me want to buy a PS4, like the 4 or 5 at least, or something.
Oh.
Nioh, it's got melee combat in it. Yeah.
Oh, Nioh, that's the game Graham played.
Nioh. Nioh. Yeah, it looks the melee combat in that looks really damn good. When I look at that and I look at For Honor, I'm like, this is what you should have done.
Really?
You should have sped it up to that kind of speed. In For Honor, they're supposed to be melee masters. They don't look like it. They look like they're just dudes, I mean, they got move sets, but they didn't even look like they had a big move set either, I think
they look like skilled samurais in the Nioh.
Right, they're but nothing special. In Nioh, in Nioh, you've got a lot of, you've got like 3 different stances, that you can high, medium, low. You've got a bunch of move sets. Now, I'm being an asshole to For Honor because I don't even know what their skill tree is like if they've got one. I don't know if you can. I'm guessing that you can. I'm guaranteeing that you probably can unlock move sets and all that in For Honor, because it would be crazy to think that these melee masters of the 3 different factions that they have there, the samurai, the Viking, and the
knights,
Euro guys. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the European knights.
Yeah, French or English. I'm not sure which kind.
English.
Okay, there you go. That I'm sure that they have some kind of tricks up their sleeves, but so far they haven't really shown much. Nioh, on the other hand, is getting another beta from what I saw, and that's pretty awesome. So I would hard pressed to not get a PS4. That game right there, that's just a nice game, man. It's a really nice game. I'm all for it, but I don't know if y'all.
That fucking boss looked cool.
Oh,
the
that
one
weird...
with the horns.
The horn.
You know what I mean?
Saw one that was like a tentacle monster or something.
Yeah, like a big kraken looking.
Damn Japan and their tentacle love. What is it with them? Because that thing didn't even look like something organic. It looked like a cartoon to me.
It had some trip. I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but
Did we?
Just some trippy ass bosses in this thing, man.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell what was the face or mouth. I was like, what am I looking at?
Right, exactly.
I was like, that looks a bit too cartoony. I don't know. I do like how the main protagonist and antagonist that they showed, at least, were both like these English dudes or something. Oh, you followed me all the way from England? Oh. You know, I'm like, yeah, in Japan, great. This is working out. But the Japanese seem to love like European stuff, you know, they really do.
Right.
So I guess that's working out for them. Who knows? Looks great to me. I don't know, you know. I give it a yay for sure, you know.
Oh, me too.
Just for the gameplay, you know.
Yep.
It looks hard as hell.
I know I'm gonna suck at this game, and
Yeah.
I'll never fucking finish it. I'm
looks
gonna buy
hard,
it.
dude.
I know I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it on PS4, and then I'm gonna fucking cuss, and I'll probably end up trying to buy the hard disk of it because I know I won't be skilled enough to fucking finish it. And
Why,
yeah,
so you can crack it? Take that!
well, no,
Who's
I
the
can
master
sell it on
now?
eBay when I get pissed off. I can at least get some of my money back on eBay
Okay.
by selling it. You know, so
Okay.
that's what I do on games that are, you know, like I did Bloodborne. You know. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. You know, that's no, it is because
Because they're saying this game is going to be
Dude.
difficult.
I would gift away this one game on Steam that I got that I just it's trash because I know somebody else would like it, but I can't. It's stuck to my account. You know, what is that
Right.
shitty game? I forgot the name of it.
Oh well, I know what.
Daisy.
Oh,
Ugh.
Daisy.
Ugh.
You know what? I got all
Horrible.
those. I have all those games. I have which was War Z. They turned it into Survival Infestation. I've got
Oh, yeah.
Rust. I've got all those games, and I just can't.
You got it. Let's like a zombie Minecraft. You know, with like different
H1Z1.
Yeah, Daisy
garbage.
just performance-wise was terrible trash. And I talked to somebody still playing it the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, it's still pretty bad." And I was like,
Yeah,
it really. That's the double-edged sword of like watching YouTubers play that stuff is you got to learn when it's just the person that's having a good time and it's not the game, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah. So I'm sorry, Gamertron. Did you say much about Nioh at all?
I actually here's the thing. I really like Dark Souls, so I would play Nioh because it's another Dark Souls-esque game. But I've kind of been avoiding information on it because the more I heard about, like when I saw Graham playing, like yeah, I'd like to play that, but PlayStation exclusive. So the more I watch it, the more it like gets me salty. So I just kind of avoid it.
I kind of understand.
Save up a YouTube check and get a freaking PS4, man. Come on.
Yeah, stop gifting out games. There you go. Just stop
Gotta be
gifting out
selfish.
games. Yeah, be selfish.
Get yourself a PS4.
Get yourself a PS4. People would love it, you know.
Yeah, but I'd have. But here's the thing: if I got a PS4, then I'd have to like make YouTube videos about it. Then, but if I want to do that, I need to buy a capture card.
you don't have
and that
to.
can never $100.
You don't have to make videos about it, you know.
But YouTube is my job, so I have to. Whatever games I play, like for the most, even when I'm playing games by myself, I'm still recording the footage for future videos. You never know. Like if I'm not making YouTube videos, then I'm not making money. If I'm not making money, then I can't pay the rent. So. It's kind of a double-edged sword with YouTube. Like, my job is I get to play video games, and I love video games. But if I'm not doing that, then I'm not making money, then I can't pay the rent, then I get kicked out of the house.
You do know that you don't need a capture card to actually record PlayStation games.
Right,
Are
from
you
the system directly.
Yeah, you
Really?
can. They
That's
have a
why
built-in
there's such an
thing now
influx
that
on
you can.
Twitch.
Yeah, you can. They have a built-in thing where you can like export
Oh
it
yeah,
to like
on
Facebook
Twitch,
or
but
something,
what
and
if I
then
want to
take the
take
video.
the game? What if I want to take the gameplay, record it at high definition, and edit it on my computer? I can do that.
I can do it. I can show you how to do it. Do you have like a 4 gig flash drive?
He can
I
get
need
one.
to look. I can
You
take
can
a look.
put it
I can
into
take a
your
look.
USB port. You can export. You can export a video to Facebook. You can make it where nobody can see that video on your Facebook page except you, and then you can export it from Facebook. There's probably an easier way to do it. I've done this before while I was working on my Elgato.
Count. You and I will have to go over this sometime soon. Now you got my interest.
Move the file is what Graham is saying.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it takes a little process, but I've done it. I put up a couple DC Universe videos that way years ago when I first got the PS4. Yeah.
Speaking of Facebook, did you hear about how they're doing all the streaming directly to Facebook now? They're not going to, if not now, then very goddamn soon. What do you feel that's going to do or be like? Yeah,
what do you mean?
Your gameplay. Like, Facebook wants like people to get alerts about your game. You're going to be able to directly stream through Facebook. I don't know the details of it, but apparently you're going to be able to directly stream. People can watch your gameplay on Facebook.
Dude. I really don't like Facebook, but I don't know.
It's just them wanting a piece of that Twitch pie. Yeah. Same thing with YouTube. Nobody thought Twitch would be as successful as it is.
Do you think that's what people are going to want? It's like, great, now my fucking Facebook is full of people trying to stream their shitty games that I don't want to watch. Great, I got to watch you stand around in your, like me with Warframe, stand around looking at nothing while you're talking about nonsense. I don't want to see this. Get it out of my feed. You know, because before it was like you had to go seek that out. Now it's just going to show up in your feed. So if friends are playing a game, it's like, okay, so then you're going to magically get all these accounts, you know, like I don't really use it much, so I don't really care, but
right.
I think you're right, Gamertron. You were starting to say and I cut you off. I'm sorry.
That's all I had to say. They want a piece of that Twitch pie. That's it.
They want a piece of the gaming community pie, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not just Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even have a Facebook account, so this doesn't bug me.
yeah, it doesn't.
I don't even get on mine anymore. I don't even get on my Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I got a Facebook. I have a B3, like a B3 gaming one I made a long time ago, and honestly, it stopped at a certain amount of like subscribe, and whatever reason, I just don't get any more, and nobody really interacts with it. And I'm like, why do I have this piece of shit?
I like Twitter. I love Twitter, but I hate Facebook. I just
Facebook actually has a lot of like search option in there, so it's kind of good, but I just don't use it, you know, unless I'm just posting a link to a video, and nobody interacts with it anyway, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to...
But the point is, there is a way to grab your gameplay from the console, from PS4, without directly having a capture card. It takes there's a little workaround involved. It takes a little bit more time, but you can do it, so...
Yeah.
Okay,
the capture card is the easier way, obviously, to do it. You know,
well, I'll look into it again. I have to look at my finances.
We'll talk off stream. I might be able to help you out on something.
Yeah,
I hear you, Count. But if I get a PS4, like I got to look at my finances.
We may hook you up with a capture card.
The thing, I may have
an extra capture card. You never know.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. The thing is, with a console, it's a big financial investment.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's a big financial time.
How much does a PS4 cost right now? $400.
Oh, you can get it.
Do you know how much a Galaxy S7 costs?
That's a phone, right?
$700 at least.
$700. Yeah. $600.
Yeah. An S6 about 600 something.
Yep.
A PS4 is fucking nothing compared to a phone.
PS4s are under 400 now,
and I think
the
new Xbox is going to drop to 300.
Yeah, $299. You're talking about the S.
Yeah. So I mean, there definitely are options out there for stuff. You know,
but then you have the Nioh coming with the PlayStation VR.
I wouldn't even care about. I wouldn't buy it for that. I would buy it just because if you don't have
one game that's calling my name.
Oh yeah,
for the PlayStation VR.
What's that?
Star Trek VR.
Oh no shit.
Oh buddy.
I know they
looks amazing.
They had like the 3 actors out there promoting it. Carl Urban and I forget the other fuckers.
Well, they had the guy from Roots that plays Geordie.
Geordie LaForge.
I'm so terrible.
His name's Geordie LaForge.
LeVar Burton.
Oh, right. His daughter is working at Rooster Teeth now and going on SJW and feminism rants on their off-topic podcast. But they're shaking their heads about that because if you ever listen to like that guy Jeff that runs the Achievement Hunters, he's a tattooed up dude that doesn't give a shit about, like, he doesn't get into any of that. And she went off on that podcast about like race and her being a female and all that. I could just feel them cringe. Yeah, like I could feel them like going like, man, what the fuck did we do? I know this is LeVar Burton's daughter, but what did we do? Because they hired her on. So I'm like, oh yeah, she's getting a lot of hate, but she's
they should have thought that one through.
Yeah. Maybe
but they had Jonathan Frakes on there also, who's number one, from the Star Trek Next Generation.
Right.
I guess you can change the bridge, like what the bridge looks like. You can go old school bridge. You can go the Next Generation bridge.
And is it just supposedly an experience? Like you just walk
No, it's a freaking full out. You're battling. It's just not an experience. I mean, you're actually running that shit.
Oh, no shit.
Putting up shields, getting bombed on by Klingon warbirds. If there's any game that's going to make me buy PlayStation VR,
banging
Nioh,
sexy aliens, yeah.
Green aliens, yeah. You get a William. I guess you get a William Shatner hairpiece toupee if you order early or something. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
We need to put shields up now.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah.
But that's one VR game that might make me shell out for that system. There's no doubt.
Wow. All right.
Oh, VR's taking over.
Well, I'm not even into VR. I like to watch other people do it.
Mm-hmm. Like our mate Grindhead Jim.
Like Grindhead Jim as he's spinning in circles in his room. I want to sit down when I'm playing video games. So I think the Star Trek game, I can just sit there and be the captain and sit on my fat ass and be in total command of a starship. Oh my god, man!
Huh? Interesting.
So yeah, you're talking about $800.
To answer something in chat, I wanted to answer something in chat.
Don't talk about the blue aliens. Just move on from that.
No, that's not that.
Oh, okay.
Like what Mr. Philmon said. Tron is so anti-social media.
We bring this up. That's who's triggering you. That's all.
And get a trigger and get a Twitter account.
Get a trigger account.
Not going to happen.
You're right. It's a trigger
A Twitter account. It's not going to happen.
You're
Phil.
a private
guy.
I understand.
If I got a Twitter account, I'd never use it. I would forget it would exist. Like I
just
did my
hook
old
it up
Facebook
to
account.
your Twitch account and let it auto post for you when you're streaming. That's what I do.
Rackshaw says VR seems more like a fad to me. I don't think this time around it is.
Nope.
Yeah,
Too many companies are pushing it.
I respectfully disagree with you, Rackshaw.
Too many companies are pushing it.
Yeah.
The gaming systems are pushing it.
And
all
the fact
money
that
is
the
pushing
pre-orders
it.
sold out. The pre-orders for all of them sold out.
Oculus is doing splittingly well. The only one that's fucking up is Actually, the Vive is doing really well.
The Vive is doing awesome. Oculus is stepping on their dicks.
Yeah, fucking idiots. And that's Facebook and their stupid fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're trying to pull an Apple on everybody,
Zuckerberg, yeah.
They're trying to be Apple. Like, do what we... we're going to lock everything down. Yeah, lock it down in the beginning so it doesn't succeed. Smart move. Anyways...
Anyway, back to games. So Nioh, I want to see more of, but it's on PlayStation, so I can't get it yet. Right. We'll see what happens. So I'm a meh. I know Count's a yay, and I know Jenser's a yay.
What's that? On VR?
No, Nioh.
Oh, Nioh. Wow, you stepped back already, man. We moved past that. Yeah, we even passed Star Trek VR. I'm on to the next one. Yeah, Nioh. I don't think there's a question. Yeah. But yeah, the next one we were going to bring up is Quake Champions, because you asked me about that.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead. You have a lot of energy about that.
No, I have a lot of energy because I know you're a big Quake fan, so I want to know what you think of the trailer for Quake Champions.
Yeah, I loved Quake back in the day when they had Trent Reznor do soundtrack for it as well for Quake 2, I believe. Man, I loved Quake. I played so much Quake. It was amazing. I watched Quake Champions, and I can't give it a positive opinion because that trailer was not good. It just was...
Really?
Yeah, it was really not good. I want to say it was dumb. I want to say it was bad. I want to say that it didn't impress me in any way, shape, or form or make me think Quake. It just made me cringe, if anything. I was like, ugh.
I gotta hear this.
It's not the essence of Quake. Quake was a dark game. What do these fancy looking fuckers? The only way that it started getting all these colors in there was like when you started playing like the bots for Quake 3 Arena. Then you started having a little bit of color or whatever. But I want to see a return to the old story. You know, I want to see that dark kind of hellish look or whatever, the ghostly look. I want that darkness. The essence of that game, in a way, is Trent Reznor. He is Quake, you know. His music really was perfect fit for that. And if I really got into a lot of that Nine Inch Nails stuff. I hunted down a lot of those Halo CDs, which were the like singles, and there were a shitload of them. I just didn't see that in this. This seems like a multiplayer only bullshit game, and that's fine, but I'm not interested in it. Not what I saw.
Oh, so you're not. Oh, okay. So you're not a big fan of Quake Free. You're not a big,
No, I was a big fan of Quake 3 Arena for the multiplayer only, but I like when you said Quake, I wanted the story of the original. I wanted them to do what Doom did.
You're a bigger fan. You're a bigger fan of the Quake campaign.
No, I'm a fan of both. But
Okay,
I didn't want. I wanted to return to the story because that's
You
what
mean
I wanted.
with the Strogg, with like the Strogg and all that the
Yeah,
evil
it was
alien
great.
race.
The
He's trying to pin you
atmosphere.
down, Janzer. He's
That's
trying
okay.
to pin you down, and don't let him.
Here's the thing: I have experience in it, a lot of it, so I don't have to worry about that. Like I want that environment back. That's absolutely right. I want that environment, that dark environment back. I don't really care for what I saw, which looked like a multiplayer color your armor. You know, we're getting that with Doom already multiplayer. Why do I want to see it with Quake again? You know.
Okay, I get
point.
that.
That's my opinion. That's just
hear
my
that.
opinion.
I
And here's the
understand,
thing.
man. You know what?
That's
I'm glad
one bad trailer. I want to see the gameplay now. I want to see better stuff. They got to work for my dollar, damn it. Not handing out free money. Shit.
The answer don't come cheap, man.
No, that's right.
Well, I'm just happy to hear your opinion. I just wanted to hear your opinion. That's all. I don't.
If
If you like it
anything,
or dislike it, I understand.
It shows that I definitely thought about it a lot, and I looked at, I didn't even have any expectations. I just watched the thing, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, okay, I don't know what I guess they're going multiplayer only, because that's what they seem to be showing in like the little story that they had there. I did like how they twisted the idea of they kind of set up, here's the hero character and here's his helper, the girl that came in with the blue hair,
Yeah.
And I like how they twisted that at the end and said, no, fuck you, anything goes. I did like that. But I'm the asshole here and I have expectations. I'm that ranting idiot for the Doom side.
You're not. You're
I'm
not.
saying that I am because I have expectations that are unrealistic because I wasn't ready to accept what they were giving. So I am now that Doom person that was hating on Doom, because Quake, you're right. My roots were heavier in Quake than they were in Doom by far. I played way more Quake than I played Doom. So by like easily like 20 times. So, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still open to see what they do with it. I'm sure they have some opinionated people out there as well. I'm not going to go make a rant video. But anyways,
you can make a parody of a rant video.
No, I think I'll wait. Like I usually do, to take a look. And I'm not. I don't think I've ever made a rant video about a game, even though I've been doing YouTube stuff. The closest that's come to it is maybe if I didn't appreciate something that was done in development in Warframe. But other than that, usually, it's with kind of tongue in cheek at that, because I don't think you should ever get your heart elevated heavily over development of a game that's not paying you. What are they paying me? But they're not going to pay my doctor bill if I have a fucking heart attack behind my YouTube mic here. Oh, yeah, no, man. They're not paying for another bottle of whiskey to calm my nerves while I,
Count, did you play Quake?
No.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Never played a Quake game, and I did not see the trailer.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Janzer on this one. Sorry.
You got to watch that trailer. You got to watch the trailer and
I will.
Yeah, you'll
I will watch
form your
it.
own opinion. I'm sure you will.
I've never played a Quake game.
There you go. So you probably have a different perspective anyways, just like multiplayer arena shooter, is that your kind of thing or not,
Well, they didn't show any gameplay.
I played Unreal Tournament, but other than that,
Oh yeah, I loved Unreal Tournament. Now, if that had been an Unreal Tournament thing, I'd been like, oh, fair enough. They were colorful.
Right.
They were, they were kind of quirky, whatever. But yeah, we'll see.
It's all about the style of the characters that turns you off.
Sometimes, because Quake did have bots that had weird looks to them as
yeah,
well.
if I remember, there's one in Quake 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was one that was an eyeball with legs.
Absolutely. I hated that son of a bitch. He would get up there.
Did you hate him worse than the pizza golem? I need to know which one triggered you more.
Why you do this? Why? I think the pizza golem triggered me more because the idea of it is disgusting to me.
I know Grammaton will appreciate that.
That is a weird game that he plays.
I like that game.
Enchanted Arms, I think is what it is.
That's kind of interesting game.
Can we go on a little tangent here? Gamertron?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Have you watched any of this gameplay, Gamertron? Enchanted Arms?
That's Graham. Graham's been playing it, right?
Well, it's a game, but he also is playing it. It's a FromSoft game.
No, I have not. No, I have not played. I know, it's the original From Software game. No, I have not.
Well, they did Armored Core and stuff, so I don't think it's the original. Like, I'm pretty sure Armored Core dates that by far because I used to play that shit. Yeah, it's a weird game. The English voice acting for it is horrendous. Horrendous. What you did in your Nekopara video, about 100 times better than what they have. I'm not even kidding in any way, shape, or form. Please go watch a clip, and this is not a thing for Graham to hey, go watch his stuff. Seriously, I think he's got some highlights. He will show you how bad it is. It's like, oh no, what are we gonna do now? I'm hungry. It's just
wait. That was an actual line.
Yeah, sometimes this main character will be something bad will be happening, and he's like, Atsuma, that's his name. He's like, I'm hungry. It's like, you son of a bitch, somebody just died. And the main character is like he's a mindless, no connection to reality kind of character that occasionally says something good, so it's hard to hate on him fully, Sometimes he gets it right, but it could just be the voice acting is really bad, and it is really bad. So,
oh my Jesus Christ! I'm looking at a picture of the pizza golem right now.
Yeah.
That's just horrifying.
Weird. I just it's going to eat you at night when you're sleeping. Night terror or your waking dreams where you're asleep but you're awake, and you can't move but you're awake and you can see things and you can't move and you're just maybe you're even screaming in your mind, but nothing's happening. That's when the pizza golem is eating your legs. That's what's going on right now. It's reverse. It's reverse. The
pizza's the order out for
melting cheese that's melting through your skin and just devour. It's just
Dancer, you have fucking issues, my friend. Oh my God, man. You need some couch time, buddy.
Yeah, no, you're not fucking wrong.
Some couch time.
You're not wrong, man. I got problems with digital heights. I got problems with fucking insane sharks that are floating above me. Those things are like megalodon type shark with more teeth and fins. Ugh.
You have some issues.
You're not wrong.
You shouldn't be playing games like Dark Souls or anything like that.
Dark Souls is fine. It's slow and plodding. I need to play games like Doom in order to exercise those. In order to kill those demons. Literally,
demons.
Literally kill those demons.
That's what's so great
Destroy
about
them.
Doom.
Yeah.
Is that the enemies in Doom? They're so horrific and nightmarish, and the goal of the game is to fuck them up.
Well, you can just blow their heads off and rip their heads off and stab them in the eye with tusks and shit. Yeah. I mean, you can take your aggressions out on that game. Speaking
of, another game that is kind of similar to that, first person, I believe, Prey 2.
Not Prey 2, just Prey.
It's just Prey.
A reboot. It's a reboot.
Oh, it's a reboot. I thought it was Prey 2.
Nah, it's just Prey.
Weird.
And it's being made by the guys who made Dishonored.
Dishonored. Okay. All right. Well, it looks
It was a CGI trailer.
Damn Dishonored.
It's a CGI trailer. They didn't show any gameplay.
Because the problem that I have with Prey is that, and I thought it was Prey 2, is that it looks cool, I think. you have like a shadow spider or whatever it was, and you have some weaponry, and you got some weird kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. Is he turning into an alien? I don't know what's going on there. Is he part of the system? Oh no, they're taking him. Maybe they're gonna do tests on what's going on. It kind of seems like it fits in a genre that is past now. Like it's not the in thing right now. That's for sure. So we'll see where it lands. I don't know what did you think about it, Gamertron? I didn't really get an amazing feeling out of it, but I don't need to. It just
I didn't get
shooter.
I didn't get amazing feeling either. But here's the thing. Here's the thing though with Arcane Studios. Those are the guys that made Dishonored and are making this. The thing with their CGI trailers, because for their games, for Dishonored 2, and now Prey, all the revealed trailers are always CGI, and there's one thing that I've picked up from their CGI trailers. Their CGI trailers do overdo some things, but they are pretty accurate in many regards to certain aspects of the gameplay. Cool. So I have no doubt that we're going to be fighting those shadowy alien enemies, which looked fucking awesome.
Look cool. Well, that explains, because it's a reboot, why it feels a little bit out of time, literally. Because it's probably some of the same concepts that were cool around that time, but they don't really hit the mark now because they're not in vogue with whatever's going on, in the games industry.
It is a bit of a niche, because this is sci-fi survival horror. Sci-fi survival horror. And we haven't gone a lot of that since Dead Space 3 was the last one, and then horror games have been making a huge comeback with games like
Resident
Outlast
Evil 7.
And yes, Resident Evil 7. Oh, tying into that.
Yes.
But just before we go to that,
go ahead.
On Prey, with Prey, like I'm interested in Prey because I know with Arcane Studios and their CGI trailers, they may overdo some stuff, but they do give you a lot of details on the game through the CGI trailer. So I'm interested in Prey. It's a game I'm looking forward to, coming out next year. I'm up for another survival horror game, sci-fi survival horror game, and I like the psychological fucking of the mind they're going with, because if you watch that trailer, it was really weird in some aspects, and the whole thing. Good morning, Morgan. It's Monday, same year, same day, that sort of thing. I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in the setting. They have me interested. I'll give them that.
I think it's just
interested.
It's 5 years too late. It feels, it feels like it would have been like hitting the mark about 5 years ago. It doesn't feel perfectly hitting the mark now, but that's probably because it's an old concept that they're revamping. Not that it's going to be bad in any way. I'm just my own feeling.
Did you see and play the first Prey?
No, I did not. But I don't have to in order to judge what I'm watching now, which is something
I understand that.
If you had... See, that I thought it was part 2, and I was like, this doesn't feel right for now. It feels right for when Dead Space came out, like it would have fit in perfectly then. It would have... Because like, oh, this feels... okay, I played that other game, and this kind of feels like that too. Like, same kind of like dark, sci-fi type of atmosphere or whatever. That's just from my perspective.
I hear you.
But let's talk about Resident Evil 7. Have y'all watched that?
Yes.
Like I watched like that demo.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So we've all seen. Okay. So we've all seen. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Janitor.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I watched the gameplay. I was giving Prey an rating.
Yeah, I'd rather play Doom.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Prey, I think if just to be fair, if you haven't played that game before and you want something that looks pretty nice and it's probably going to be pretty good, it's probably going to be okay, but I don't know about the price point. We'll see. Gotta wait to see what else comes out. Resident Evil 7, I have to say, when they revealed it, I thought it was the next Outlast. I really did.
I know.
Yeah.
I really did. And I was like, oh, Outlast is looking pretty good. I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad. And then I watched the entire like demo playthrough, and I still felt the same way. I still felt the same way. I was like, this would be a really good Outlast game. I was like, what is Resident Evil without zombies or viruses? Or that's what that series is built on. So now it's going to be the Hills Have Eyes kind of thing, or
they're going back to more like a horror. type
like
instead of
the
action.
family that's in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where I gotta go on a bit of a rant.
That's okay.
For all of you that are liking Resident Evil 7 and are excited for it, I
think
completely respect that. Yeah, exactly. I think Resident Evil 7 will be a good horror game. Here's my problem with it, though. It's not a fucking Resident Evil game.
Right, that's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
A Resident Evil
But
game.
I think that's the point.
None of the
though.
characters are returning. None of the Leon, Chris, Jill, Claire. I didn't see any of the
I
original
even
Resident Evil
think
characters.
that that's okay. I know, shoot me for that, but I even think that that's okay. But the thing is, there is no Resident Evil feel to it.
Exactly.
Right.
Some other people said
it's
PT.
first person. It's first person.
Sure.
Resident Evil's always been third person.
Right.
This is just.
And even if you got away from it, where are the other elements in any way, shape,
Well, this is
or
more
form?
of a shooter, isn't it?
No, I think it's like a survival horror, a true survival horror. You know, where you may not even have very many weapons because they want to make you feel powerless, because that's part of the, you know, like feeling helpless thing. And I think I never played the PT demo. I didn't even watch the PT demo because I wanted to be, if I was going to buy a PS4, I was just going to play the game and be fully experience that as it came out. I didn't want to ruin that, so I actually am not spoiled in any way on that. So when people started saying, "Oh, it looks like PT," and I was like, "Really? It looks like Outlast to me." But that's interesting. So I don't know. What do you think, Count? Like, did you ever play any of those Resident Evil things, like in the past?
Yeah, a long time ago. But
Which one?
This is definitely a game I'm going to pick up. I think. It just looked pretty scary to me.
Yeah,
I
no,
kind of
it
like the
looks
way
quality.
it came back to the horror. Aren't they going to go VR with this a little bit?
They
Probably,
are. They
probably.
are. It
They
has
are,
been
yeah. I
can't see
confirmed.
that
It's
they
been
wouldn't.
confirmed.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed.
I guess
going to be.
there's an option or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, but yeah, this is a game I'm thinking about picking up. There's no doubt. It looked really cool.
I kind of agree with this guy in chat that's negative about everything all the time, but I do feel it's just playing off of the name.
Yeah,
But who knows?
name
Maybe
grab.
somehow it will develop into like, oh, it turns out that this family was affected by the something virus, you know? I don't know. It just doesn't...
Like again, it
They're
looks like a
purposely
good
doing
game.
this though.
Yeah, I know
So-
they're purposely doing, and that pisses me off. It pisses me off that Capcom, like, they recently released the past year and last year as well. They've been releasing high definition remasters of the original Resident Evil games, and they've been selling really, really well. And people have been going, "Yes, this is what we want. We want the same Resident Evil feel, but with better graphics. We don't want Resident Evil 6." However, I personally really like Resident Evil 6. That's my favorite, even though it's a lot. I like it because it's over the top. It's so fucking Japanese and over the top. That's why I like it. But I understand. I completely respect and understand why people love the original Resident Evils for their third-person survival horror feel. And just again, Resident Evil 7, it looks good, but it's not Resident Evil. It is in no way, shape, or form Resident Evil. None of the original characters are returning. From what I saw, there's no guns, there's no shooting off zombies' head, there's no conserving resources. Like, again, it looks good, but it's not Resident Evil.
Yeah, but Resident Evil hasn't been Resident Evil for a while. That's kind of what they're saying.
I think
get
that
that.
they've always at least been able to carry some parts of that universe around with it, though. That's to me, that's what I fall back on. Like, if you don't, it's like a band. If you ever listen to a band and they ever start changing their sound or they start exploring other things, you lose a lot of fans because they're like, I just want to hear the original, like that first album. And the band's like, we're kind of tired of playing that. We've been
Called evolving.
We've been playing that for years. We've been touring and playing that. Can we evolve? And people are like, no, where's Claire? I want my Jill sandwich. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So I see both sides of it. I at the end of the day, Count, you're going to buy it, and I would too because it looks fucking great.
Yeah,
and it
I'm gonna
looks like
buy
a
it.
good time.
Yeah, I'm
It
going
looks
to
like
buy
a
it.
good time.
It looks fun. You can tell they're influenced by the VR.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole reason behind this. So
That's the push. As much as
the game looked cool though.
I hate that stuff being pushed on me, but at the same time, I think that's a very good, like it's a good
Marketing
premise.
strategy.
It's a good premise right there. They have a
There's
good
room
setup.
for it. Yeah.
And to answer a question, chat, Zurgon, yes, I personally never found the Resident Evil game scary. I never understood why people found Resident Evil game scary.
Did you
but
play
I
2?
respect. I didn't have
The
it played
old
2. I've
ones
watched
were-
a playthrough. Never found them scary.
Well,
Found them scary.
When the controls are in your hands, it is actually very different. I like 2 there were some scenes in that where you're like,
Right.
It's not maybe even fear. It's more a buildup of anxiety, because you're like trying to do something and you want to get it done right without getting murdered. So,
okay.
so it's like, oh,
Kind of reminds me of a game I've been playing lately.
The HD remasters are on Steam, so maybe I'll pick them up.
Okay, right. What was the one where Jill's in like a wetsuit? That was my favorite.
Oh, Revelation. That's the one.
Man, that was a good-looking game. I'm gonna tell you had like a kind of 3/4 view from behind. Oh, so good. I'd watch that game I've watched it twice at least.
You misogynist. Anyway.
I was massaging something. All right, so what were you saying about there was a game a horror game you were playing, Count? I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to hear you say it. What was this game?
Yeah, you're not going to rope me into that. Go on with the list.
I want to. People want to hear. People want to hear. Come on, let's hear your
Dead
experience.
by Daylight?
There you go. Dead by Daylight.
I've been playing a lot of that this week, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you like it? I mean, people seem to enjoy it, like legit enjoy it. So
I know it's getting. You guys brought up the point that it's the flavor of the month or whatever.
No, somebody brought that up, but you know what? Hey, fuck that. If it's fun to you,
it's a good game.
Yeah,
I was shocked that it's as good as it is. I mean, yeah, it's got issues. It's got some collision issues. Mm-hmm. The graphics are a little twitchy. It doesn't look terrible. One guy was bitching because, say, when you go hide in a locker or something, if you're the survivor, if you don't know anything about this game, it's a 4-on-1. It's kind of a reverse evolve. You're 4 survivors. You're absolutely helpless.
Yeah.
You have no way of combating.
You can wiggle.
You can wiggle. Wiggling works. But you're third person as you're a survivor, and then the killer is a first person view.
Gotcha.
And you can't outrun the guy, and you have to kind of be stealthy, but you have to repair these 5 generators. You're kind of in a randomly generated area, like a scary environment.
That's cool. That builds to like the replay value.
The fucking game is hard as hell. I thought this game would be easy because there's 4 of you. I mean, you got 5 generators. It takes forever to repair those generators. It alerts the. I mean, you talk about anxiety. That's why I brought this up. You're trying to do this, and they do a little skill check, and you're like looking around, like, well, where is this dude? And you can hear the heart beating, and you have to stop what you're doing, like repairing the generator, and you have to run. You have a feeling of helplessness in the game. So it's $18. I mean, I still think it might be a little overpriced.
That's a little more, yeah.
It needs to be about $14.99, maybe for the price point.
$12.
$12 maybe even
for me,
but
not even $2.
It's a fucking fun game, and I have not played with anybody. I've been playing in the lobbies on my own, just queuing up in the lobby, and I've not had any problem that people are saying. A lot of people are saying that matchmaking is a problem. No, I've not had any problem with the matchmaking. Like, nobody's quit the matches. I haven't run into any of those problems. The loading screen takes a little long, but I mean, if you got $18, I'm saying that might be a little overpriced, but it's a fun game. Yeah, it's surprised. I'm surprised I'm having that much fun with it. So
yeah, no,
I don't know how we got on this. I just brought it up because you said anxiety.
Games. Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's why I wanted to transition to that because it's it's other games we played as well.
Just
kind of going down to
there's leveling perks and
I heard.
Yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, but they don't really help you that much.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just feel helpless against that killer. You just have to fucking run. I mean, when you hear that heartbeat, you just run. You drop what you're doing and run, and then you find a place to hide. I mean, it gets your heart beating a little bit. It really does. So,
did you get to play as the killer count?
I have not played as the killer yet. I've been nothing but survivor. But when I make a YouTube video about it, I'm going to try the killer, but being the survivor it was more appealing to me. You know what I mean? But it's fucking hard to get those generators repaired. Now, if you're the last guy if you're the last guy left, or the last guy standing, they give you the option of finding a trap door. So even if you don't have all the generators fixed, because the generators you turn on the power cell and then it opens the door to the level and you can escape. That's how you win the game. So if you don't have all the generators fixed, you can find the trap door. But you have to like search everywhere.
So
search in the little.
why wouldn't the bad guy just stand by the trap door and just say, "Yeah, fucking turn them on"? I don't give a shit.
Well, that's a good. Then that's going to let me go repair the other generators.
That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't he just say, yeah, "Turn them on"? I'll wait for you at the door when it opens.
Oh.
Or does it automatically you win?
No, you have to go over to the. You actually have to go over. That's a good point. I'll try that when I do the killer. I'll see.
It's like, go ahead and turn them on. I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah, go turn them on. Well, I mean, you're going to let 3 people get away because you just don't kill people.
Oh, you
There's
can't kill
a
them like quick?
process. No, the only way you can kill people if you're the killer is if you pick them up, put them on your shoulder, and they have a chance, and then you have to walk over to a hook.
Oh, gotcha.
There's like hooks. There's like a big meat hook.
That's pretty nice.
And then you have a chance to escape. That's the wiggling.
Yeah.
You have a chance to escape the killer while all this is going on. I mean, you have resources to try to escape. And then you have to be sacrificed at the meat hook by this like this spider creature comes down and stabs you. But you can fight him off as well. And then you can work as a team. I've never really worked as a team. I'm like, fuck the other people. I don't care about them. I'm on my own.
Okay.
But it's a fun game, dude. It really is fun.
Well, I can understand why. I mean, it's the top selling game on Steam right now. If you go to Steam and look at top sellers, it is the top selling game right now.
I thought it was a game I'd buy and then I'd play a couple, maybe an hour and say, yeah, like I did Killing Floor. I bought it and then I played an hour
I still
or two.
think I still think it's got a short shelf life. I think it's like a month gameplay at most, and then most people are going to put it down for something else.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Not that that's bad if you get your bucks
but if you
out
have
of
an
it.
ongoing group of friends, it might last another month or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll have some DLCs for it and everything. But the game's fucking fun as hell.
Cool.
So yeah, you can't sit by the you can't just sit by the door. That won't work. Yeah.
Well, as soon as it gets
Let me
single
add that
player,
in.
I will pick it up.
Cool. The only big problem is to play with your friends, you have to have 5 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't be in like a 2-man party.
That's
and
that whole thing about
expect
bots
to be
again.
in the same thing. Yeah.
Yep, bots. Need bots.
Because you would think that the killer could
There's
be the
no
bot at
AI.
least.
That's the big drawback of the game. There's no AI or anything like that.
Should
You
be
either
like
have to play
$12
online
then.
with total strangers or you have to play with 5 people. So
Should drop it down to $12. They didn't have to program AI.
Yeah.
I get you. It's
$6 back.
overpriced. I was going to bring up that point.
Well,
it's
it'll
a
go
couple
on sale.
dollars overpriced.
So it's going to get its burst when it first started, and then it's going to get its burst when it goes on sale again.
You'll be able
The
to pick
Steam
it up this
summer
summer.
sale. One week away, guys. 1 week from the Steam
I
summer
know.
sale.
Wow. All right.
Well, I mean, mind you, $18 is 10% off. It's actually a $20 game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me drop a bomb here. Titanfall 2.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Ronin.
Totally right there with you,
So
man. I just got too many wires
fucking
and keyboard on me. I
yes.
can't jump around.
Yes.
Fucking.
Yes.
Have they
Yes.
done everything right that I've seen? Yes. That I've seen, they have done everything right and then some. I can't ask for a better. It's like Doom. Like playing Doom. I hope that it lives up to everything that I've seen. I can't see why it wouldn't. But especially as much as I played the original, which, by the way, they admitted that they started with the Source engine, but they actually replaced pretty much everything, so it's their own engine at this point. You know, so god damn, I was all over this thing. Every time I saw a tweet, I was sending questions to them on Twitter. What I'm not gonna. I don't think we like. I want to cut these down a bit. We're already at 2 hours and 20 minutes. We're having
Fuck that. Titanfall 2.
No,
Titanfall
we're having
2.
problems with uploads to iTunes. We can't do these like over 3 hour podcasts.
Okay.
But we've talked. Look, we on our channel, on my channel, that's Janzer247, on the Gamertron show on YouTube. We've got Titanfall 2 talks. Quite, we've got enough of those things up there. But yeah, of the new stuff you saw, do you want to pick a few high points that were your high points?
Okay. Well,
I know what mine are.
The campaign, dude.
Absolutely. Yep.
The single player campaign.
Yep.
Like, oh my god. Like, this, like, a lot of people, I want to get this out of the way. A lot of people have been asking, why is everybody so pissed at Call of Duty for being science fiction? And why is everybody not pissed at Titanfall for being science fiction? Because Titanfall, well, one, when it comes to the trailer, it actually made me care. When I saw the Call of Duty trailer, I didn't care. I didn't know what was going on. There was not a single character name. There was no plot. It was just a bunch of random set pieces. With Titanfall 2, it was set pieces and the setup for the story. They gave us the names of the main characters. We're going to be playing as pilot Jack Cooper, and we already have the name of our Titan, BT. BT, and I already have an emotional connection to BT from all the voice lines they showed and the gameplay they showed BT.
Did you find out who that voice actor was after all? Is it the same
No!
as the Doom guy?
No, I tried.
I gotta find that out.
Man. I tried. I looked on the Titanfall 2 IMDb page, and it only has one person.
Yeah, I thought one of the podcasts I was listening to that they would have an inside.
What Doom guy? Samuel Hayden?
The robot.
Is that Optimus
Yes.
Prime?
No, it's not.
No, it's not Peter
That's
Cullen.
not the guy that does Optimus Prime.
No, it's
is
not
it?
Peter
Okay.
Cullen.
It's a very good,
Peter
youthful
Cullen,
sound
yeah.
of him, but not him.
Yeah.
No, there's, to me, Titanfall, I gotta interject real quick. To me, Titanfall, the clan, the ability to have greater clan, or even the option of having an in-game clan, huge win for me, because to me, that's how you keep your community. You keep them invested by making it their own, allowing them to customize it more. So you got more customizability for your mechs, for your, for your Titans, and for your operator. Too much Rainbow Six Siege, and for your pilot. And so you've got that. You've got the clan stuff. You've got more, game play types in general. You got the single player. You got wildlife that we saw, right, Gamertron? Damn. Grappling hook, just going to add another element of fun. I can't see anything bad about it,
I don't see anything bad.
Well, I did see somebody say, like, well, there's so much to do. What do you... I was like, yeah, but even the first one, even if... They're adding it in to help people that couldn't, like, do bunny hopping or that kind of stuff very well. In my mind, that's what they're doing, because it helps you to reverse quicker without having to learn this complex mechanic of how to, do I jump now? Do I have to do this? Do I let go of the mouse and just, let it aim straight forward and just tap lightly when you're about to touch the ground, so you just keep your forward momentum? You don't have to learn all these mechanics. You just like, all right, grappling hook away. So I think that's helpful, and it also had some badass, like, you saw that trailer where the pilots are both ejected and one catches the other one with his grappling hook and pulls him forward. Bam! Dead.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's
man.
Yeah.
Oh man, it looks so good. On top of that, dude. On top of that, I don't know. This has been confirmed, but when it comes to they are removing like Titan loadouts. We'll still have pilot loadouts, like we can choose our weapons and abilities. Burn cards confirmed. They will be in the game. Burn cards are coming back. The thing about the Titans, though, they're doing something. I know a lot of people are. Yeah, there's 6 of them, but they're also doing something different with the. Oh yes, the Ronin Titan. I saw that, the sword wielding Titan.
Yep.
The thing about the Titans is they're making them like Overwatch and Battleborn and Evolve and Rainbow Six Siege, like playable characters. Like you can no longer choose their weapon and abilities. Like you can choose different like perks, like more health, more speed, something like that. I don't know the specific details of that, but they're making each of the individual 6 Titans basically their own unique playable character in a sense.
Yeah.
The reason the Titanfall devs have said they're doing this is because in the original game, people would abuse certain loadouts, and they wouldn't actually customize and try out the other chassis and the other weapons and stuff like that. They'd go for what was most effective. Now that they have 6 different Titans and they're balancing them out, they're making each Titan basically a different gameplay style and for a different situation. So, for instance, if you like close quarters combat if you like close quarters combat and hit and run tactics, you go for the Ronin Titan with the Titan Sword. If you like AoE damage and being able to deal a lot of damage to a single unit or multiple units, you'll go with the new Scorch Titan. If you like something that's a bit more tactical and a bit more ranged, you'll go with the new Ion Titan. And there's still 3 more Titans to be revealed.
Yeah.
So I can understand people missing Titan loadouts. I completely get that. Not being able to choose your weapon or base abilities.
Yeah,
but
that's a plus for me.
Yeah, but I can get why some people be upset about that. But I like this because it's going to make each of one of the individual Titans more memorable and more. I agree. And you'll be forced to try all of them. You'll have to try all of them. The big thing is
customizability. It has been for a long time, and it's going to be that forever. Really, who doesn't want to customize their own shit? So.
And that's why skins. Did you see in the trailer all the different skins the Titans had? There was some with green color powder.
I don't think so. I saw some of that stuff, but I'm more interested in like the hard facts about it, you know. So, but yeah, no, I don't think I saw skins. There was
I saw
few
skins.
things. Yeah, no, I saw core gameplay for single player and multiplayer, and then like a cinematic trailer. So, and then
a big Titan
you.
mech with a sword.
Yeah, I saw all the other stuff.
That's all you had
man,
to
that
say.
uppercut though, I mean, just there's some really nice things. So
Right.
Yes, the animation.
yeah, there was just I want to see how much is actually doable, even though they said
And
in-game
fuck
gameplay.
Call of Duty players hating on Titanfall. You know, fuck them. Fuck you and your ass. I mean, Titanfall 2 is... Titanfall was not that bad of a game.
No,
No.
it wasn't. I think
not at all. And I'm so sick of the Call of Duty community. Just whatever, man.
hashtag triggered.
I'm just saying.
I think if anything, maybe why Call of Duty like Infinite War is getting or Infinite War, or Infinity War.
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare is getting a bit of hate is because it is the gimmick of the moment for them, because that's how they are. They're like, what do we do now? Do we, you know, how do we change this series because we've been doing it for so long? Whereas Titanfall's doing what it's doing because that's what it was doing. It's not like,
Right.
is it going to be naval Titans now? Are they going to be in the water and they're going to turn warships into, you know? No, they're just, here's Titans.
This is a natural evolution of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we're getting close to it. We're actually at 2:30.
Just before.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
There's
I have
one or
more,
two more
but-
things.
Yeah, I don't
Just
want to.
one or two more things about Titanfall. I want. Did you guys? What'd you think of all the weapons that were shown off? Because they looked pretty damn fun. I saw some extended multiplayer gameplay. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't watch
extended
fully. No.
Okay, well, I'll send you links afterwards for the extended multiplayer gameplay. They showed off a lot more weapons. But from the weapons you did see from the single and multiplayer, what do you think of the weapons so far?
I don't really know. Like, honestly,
okay.
I was more interested in the movement and the overall flow of it.
Right.
I saw some tweets where they were asking about certain weapons, you know, would they be coming back? What new weapons are coming out? I know they're going to have new, like, Titan killer type weapons, but I don't recall anything special. I saw some kind of arc weapon that was used on a Titan, I think. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything special there.
Okay, I get you. I get you there. I
don't have like I said, I'm not like a news network, man. I don't always do full detailed
I'm sure.
So if you have
sure
something,
they'll have some cool weapons. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
if you've got something, please lay it on me because
Yeah.
I this is a lot for me to get this list together right here.
Okay, well, here is the other thing I want to talk about. This is pretty fucking huge, but from what no, not from what, this is confirmed. This is true. This is happening. When Titanfall 2 launches, all new maps and game modes, basically all upcoming DLC, yep, all free. All fucking free.
Yeah, that I knew. That I heard confirmed multiple times as well. Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you're a new franchise and you're trying to get people to play your systems, like Evolve should have done that. They did technically, but they didn't do enough.
With maps and game modes, but not characters
not
and skins.
And that's like that's like the project that I wish had done better. Evolve, you know, and I hear it come up in podcasts too very often, where like people ask what went wrong. You know, somebody said too many betas. You know, it always goes back to that. You know. Anyways. Yeah, the Titanfall 2, amazing. Going to be amazing. What, fall of this year or winter?
Yes, October 28th.
Even
Take
better.
my money.
Jesus.
They can. You can buy it now. What, $50
Yeah, I
or
know.
$70?
You can buy all these games now. I was on the PlayStation Store yesterday. They've got them all. I mean, you can buy games they haven't even thought. You can pre-order games they haven't even thought about yet.
Yeah.
Freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We don't have to talk the last one. If y'all want to fucking free ball it, whatever. On
So I got
go
two
ahead.
games I wanted to
What
just
was the last
mention.
one?
Just really quickly, We Happy Few. I don't want to go down too far. Looks amazing. I like what they're doing. I like that they're different, and that's all I got for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know very little, so can't say much.
I know enough, but
I saw just a bit and piece of that. I'll have to look into that more. But
it's more of a story / experience.
what
type
was the
game.
pirate game?
I don't know.
It was kind of more cartoony. God, I can't remember. I'll think about it for
Sea of
next show.
Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. That's it. That kind of looked cool. Thank you, Gamer.
I didn't
I
see
knew
it.
you. I knew you knew it.
What were the game? Was that one of the games you want to talk about, Count?
No, Spider-Man, PS4, Spider-Man game,
Yes.
Insomniac. Please don't fuck this game up. Please don't fuck this game up. Okay? That's all I wanted to say about that.
Nice.
Please don't fuck. And the game I'm looking forward to the most, you guys haven't mentioned it,
Oh.
South Park Fractured
Oh,
Butthole.
fractured
cannot-
butthole. The fractured
I
butthole.
cannot fucking wait for this game. I cannot wait for this game. They added the grid combat. It's still like a turn-based combat, like Stick of Truth, but they've added like the grid, into the combat mechanics to make it a little better.
I never
play.
never played the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, Stick of Truth is a great game.
I heard. Everybody said
I got it like the day it came out, but I can't wait because Timmy is like Professor X.
Timmy.
Get the fuck out of here,
Timmy.
man! Really, I can't wait, man. I'm psyched about that game.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's probably going to do well. I don't really think that there's too much of a question if that's going to do well or not. Because the first one was pretty damn good from what I remember. People saying, and I don't know that anybody really hates on South Park, and if they do, why? Why? It's fun.
I like it because it's the superhero team. You got the Coon, the Kite,
the
Toolbox or whatever, the Tool Shed or whatever. It's and Timmy is Professor X.
I guess the only people that could hate on South Park is if they're just not something that's been made fun of.
Family Guy fanboys. I don't fucking know.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. It just, I think it's going to be a really fun game. I'll definitely be streaming that one. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anything else? Yeah, Gamertron, what do you think? What do you got? Because I've been kind of pushing us with all these games.
Let me think. Is there any other game? Well, I guess there is one. There was another Ubisoft game. What do you guys think of this? What do you think of Ghost Recon Wildlands? Because a lot of people are going crazy over it, and it's like Battlefield 1. I don't see the hype.
That's the game I will not be. I have no interest in that game.
I've heard mostly Count's opinion, where a lot of people are saying, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it looks neat. I mean, I like the song that went along with the with the trailer. Like, I keep seeing the fucking commercial for it, so I like that song. But otherwise, I'm not, like, Siege is the one variant that I bothered with Notice. Like, I have no other Tom Clancy anything because I don't want any of that stuff. I just like Siege because of what it does and what it what it does. That's it. Yeah, so it's not my style of game that I would bother with. I don't like story-based military shooters. I don't think I have one. I played the original Call of Duty, the original Battlefield. That's it. So
I hear you, man. I hear you. It just I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I just wanted to bring that game up because that's the only other big game I can think of. But besides that, the game I'm most excited for, no duh, is Titanfall 2.
Oh,
Cannot wait for that. Oh yes. Oh man, God, just the fact that Titanfall is getting a single player story campaign.
I think it's going to be just enough.
And it's not exclusive anymore. It's not a Xbox.
It's going to PS4
PC.
as well. And
yeah,
PC.
PS4. That's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait.
Well,
Sorry.
No, that's no worries. That's no worries. Yeah, that's my list there. I've got nothing else other than I was watching The League season 7 on Netflix. I love that show. Love that damn show.
I like the first 2 seasons. They kind of like lost me a little bit after that, but I love the first 2-3 seasons.
Awesome. No, they're pretty damn good with season 7. But that's pretty much all I've got.
Haven't seen The League yet on Netflix. What I have been watching on Netflix is season 2 of Scream. Scream got its 2nd season. I've been enjoying that. Scream, the TV adaptation of the Wes Craven movie.
I never saw that movie.
Okay.
I saw parts of it, but I never saw the entire thing.
Good movie. I would recommend it. It makes some very playful jabs at the horror genre, and same thing with the TV show. What I like about the TV show is that it actually plays with your expectations. Characters who you think are invulnerable and aren't going to die end up getting killed in the worst possible way. I like the mystery of the show, and season 2 certainly has some mystery. And before I move on. Season 2 of Scream, one thing I've got to commend it for, where other shows, like when they have a cliffhanger at the end of the season, they kind of just completely overlook or forget the cliffhanger even happened. This show starts up right from where the cliffhanger, and basically the entire season 2 so far is all about the cliffhanger of the first season, which I love that. I love that where they don't
like
just
the
fucking
after
skim.
effects?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. I like how, unlike other shows, like that certain anime that certain cliffhanger, and then all of a sudden...
I started watching that second season of it, and I can't remember the name of it because it just lost me.
I know,
that
right?
ending just stupid. I'll get the name and I'll post it in the description so
God
people
damn
can
it.
hate on it.
I don't even remember the name of the stupid show now.
So I know, Count, we were watching this one anime on Netflix that like it was something about Martians, right? Like I think there was like the princess was a Martian that came down, and like apparently she was trying to like repair relations between Earth and Mars, and it just got...
Noah Zero.
Noah Zero. That's what it is. I tried watching the second season.
Noah Zero.
Noah. Yeah, the first one's not bad. I'm not going to say that, you may care about it too much, but the ending of it was like a pull the rug out from under your feet in the worst and dumbest way just to get a rise out of you. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? It just was really bad, dude. It was really like... Now you're doing that just to fuck with us. That that does work to get solved, and I did watch like an episode or two after, but they do that thing where they skip, into the future a bit, and so then you won't get to find out what happened. You have to watch as they give you a piece at a time to find out what happened. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Yeah, agreed. That's what I like about Scream Season 2. They don't fucking skim over the cliffhanger. They're like, oh shit, this cliffhanger is going to infect the entirety of Season 2. I like that. I really, really like that.
Yeah, I'm just typing it out. Noah Zero. I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled.
You know what? And thanks for bringing up Attack on Titan, but I saw more of Attack on Titan. I'm still on board with it. The game looks like an anime. It looks like an anime, and it looks amazing. And I had brought up a long time ago, I stick by that it's probably going to do well because it looks... They were taking the best parts of what people liked about the anime. It looked good, and they're putting you into that, and it mechanically, surprisingly, looks really good. They gave a really hype trailer. I'm still on board with it, but I'm pretty sure it's a console thing, like a PS4 thing.
It is.
So, yeah. But
we didn't mention Final Fantasy 15.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
You guys don't care.
We're probably the only cast. What did you care about it?
It does look cool, though. You have to admit. I mean, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think they've been always pretty good about making things look good. They're kind of like Digital Extremes. They like to make things look good, but then when you try to get to the story, it's like, wait, what? It's convoluted and stupid, and not that Digital Extreme stuff is, but with Final Fantasy,
we'll
usually
see.
you find it.
Yeah.
I did play 14, and I played 11 extensively online. So, I mean, I played that probably for a couple of years. So,
I love 14.
Not 14. I played 11 extensively. 14,
11,
I played for like not even a month because I was like, I can't do
this.
You
got to pay for it.
I can't. Yeah. No, it was like I was... Okay, I'll tell you what happened. I had been off MMOs for a while. And so, like a drug story is exactly like that. That's right.
You've been off.
And then, and then like someone was like, "Hey, you want to go out and get a drink?" Yeah, sure. So I had a drink, then it was shots. The next thing you know, it's a bottle. Then I'm like there in the alleyway with like a needle, and I've got the fucking medical tubing wrapped around my arm, and I'm like looking for the vein. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I dropped the needle, and I just like unwrapped the medical tubing, and I walked home, and I've never been back. That was my return to MMOs, Final Fantasy 14. I stopped myself short, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. I got clean once before. It took years to get clean.
Well, I had a fucking relapse this week because I got caught up on all my Destiny DLCs for $29.99. They had a sale on the PS4 store, so I'm all up to date on Destiny, and I'm redoing my Final Fantasy 14. So probably next week. So I'm relapsing.
Damn
it.
Good luck, man. I will say this: we are not here for you. That's all.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself,
I am
Count.
here. I am here for you.
Don't. No, Gamertron. I
Count.
know how this goes. Don't, because next thing you know, he's going to give you a code. Just try it out with me. Just try it out with me. And
Hey,
next thing you
Riders
know-
of Icarus, I've already
Yeah.
convinced one person.
See, I'm
to
telling.
get
That's
it.
how it works. I know, man.
I've got one guy on board.
He's going
I
to
got
want you on his
another-
raid team. He's going to build
Yeah,
you up so he can get
I'm
you.
telling you. Well, I have to. I need people to carry me. So, you know.
There you go. Can't be doing all the
Anyway.
work all day all long. Yeah. I go to work. When I come home, I need to carry. That's
Oh, and they released Ultron on the test center today. Yes. For Marvel Heroes.
Oh, for Marvel Heroes.
Yeah, Ultron is
I
out
saw
on
your
the test
video.
center. Yes.
I saw
Oh, thanks
something
for- yeah.
quickly about like he's not the villain this time. He's
No, he's a playable character.
yeah.
The answer's like, yeah.
Because I got nothing on it, man. Yeah, it was what, if you want to fill in the
So,
gaps, go for
Janser,
it.
give me your opinion on Ultron on Marvel Heroes.
In Marvel Heroes,
Cricket. I'm just kidding, man. I'm
yeah,
just
I don't
joking.
know, man.
I'm just.
But you
fucking
could
with
say
you.
that about any character, and I'd be like,
fucking with you.
I would say I watched you play Doom a little bit one time, and I think you played Rogue, maybe. And then I think I saw you play Deadpool a little bit, where he's spinning around shooting his guns, and he rode a scooter.
I was just fucking.
Oh,
with
I
you,
know.
Janser.
I'm showing you my lack of knowledge. You ain't gonna get shit from me about that.
I know.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I think we got a podcast in done here. It's about 2:40, 2:45.
That was
It's a little
fun.
bit long. Yeah, I think it was full of stuff.
Yeah, lot of E3, lot of opinions, lot of good stuff, good
I
content.
can't believe Gamertron was hating on Battlefield 1.
I know, right? What an
That's
upset!
fucking just
What an
yeah.
upset!
That's. I'm still
We're
like
gonna dub this one.
mind is boggled.
The-
I mean, I just.
It's definitely the E3. This is our E3.
The B free, E free. I need something else.
The B3 Gaming Cast E3 chat. I don't know.
The goat fuck cast. I have no idea, man. We can't
All right,
put that on
we are
iTunes.
definitely out with
Wait,
that.
I can't put that on iTunes.
Send us. I gotta. God damn it! I gotta cover this. I was about to say, send us your questions. Send us whatever. Send us your money. B3 Gaming Cast.
Oh,
at
the money! I
gmail.com.
gotta come on with that.
We got one podcast topic thanks to 109 volts / Renee Claw. Hello, Three Stooges. Thank you for that introduction, by the way. He says, hello, Three Stooges. I won't be able to show up for the podcast this week, so I will email a topic for you. There are some things that have happened in the past that should be remembered so that the knowledge is there to prevent current developers, publishers to repeat. I'm going to cut right here, like what he's saying. I like the salt of where he's going. All right. This even shows that the creators of Steam, Valve, are not perfect. One of the things that should be remembered is when mods for Skyrim were able to be priced by modders. This was intended so that modders were able to be supported for their work, but it only split up because causing turmoil within the community. One modder in particular even made a free version of their mod, but every time a modded spell was used, there was a chance that a message would pop up telling the player to buy the full version. What the fuck?
Wow.
I'm reading this for the first time. In my opinion, the payment should have been left as a donation option to donate to the modder if somebody really liked the modder's work. But in the end, Valve and Bethesda scrapped the priced mods due to backlash. Sorry.
Yes.
From Volts Renee Claw. Thanks for that. Like, that's not even a question. That's just like a cool. Remember, in gaming, bad things gone. I don't know what you would call that.
Editorial.
Yeah, it's like an editorial piece. That's remembering bad things in gaming. And this week on Bad Things in Gaming, yeah, good point, Volts. I did a video on that with. Oh man, who did I had a small chat with somebody talking about when that happened actually as well.
Yes. You had a video when you're a B free gaming cast, I believe.
Yeah, Neo Cryptor. There you go. I had him on real quick, just chatting about that because he does a lot of mods. But yeah, thanks for that piece, 109 volts. We'll be looking for anyone else to produce content for B3 Gaming Cast because our idea is to have everyone submit their stuff and we don't have to show up. That would be amazing. Make sure that you get that money rolling in too, though. Thanks, Count and Gamertron. I think this was a fucking great
thank you.
cast. I think this was a great cast. And we will see everyone. Thanks for all our supporters out there. Remember, once again, we're on iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. B3 Gaming Cast on Twitch TV. On Twitter, same thing. We'll have the YouTube. We do need some subscribers on our YouTube channel so we can get our name. That would be nice. I'll post the link in the description, and I'll try to pass it around on our Twitter as well. And yeah, that's all I got. Anybody else?
Hope everybody has a wonderful night. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your continued support.
Awesome. We're out of here.
A lot, guys.
All right.